Just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. SolarSource, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best riders tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 2nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Great Clips, Circle K, and your local Ford dealer. Visit monsterjam.com today.
To me, the most important word in the world is dignity. There are certain God-given rights to be fed, to have shelter, medicine, and clothing. When many of our clients come to us, they face the great risk of losing much of what they have. In some cases, losing everything. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In one instant, an accident, a natural disaster, or the intentional acts of others can threaten our dignity. Whether it's the loss of a paycheck, paying medical bills, enduring a life of pain and suffering, or a claim with your own insurance company, or a business dispute, and you can't afford to pay a lawyer by the hour, your dignity hangs in the balance. You only pay us if we recover for you. Let my firm fight for you, your family, and your dignity. Call us for a free consultation. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's pound 529. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Melissa Etheridge, I'm Not Broken Tour. April 11th. Inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Melissa Etheridge in concert. I'm Not Broken Tour. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Hey guys, John Clay Wolf here. We don't just do cars, we do all kinds of stuff, but one thing's for certain. I do love to buy cars, so remember, GiveMeTheVin.com if you're selling yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal Member Giveback Study.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Lots to get to today, from go straight to pet jail to a brand new type of liquor is released and why everybody's watching darts today. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Happy hump day.
Hello, Sheila.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. As always, send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Ready to party.
I'm all right. Always he is. Always. He's all right. Well, you know what? You're all right until you get to this time when you got to take Jackson over at 8 o'clock to be watched for the day. That's ticking away, man.
No, there's another thing that's going on that I forgot to tell you guys about yesterday, but it really came to a head today.
What's happening?
Or more accurately, this morning. So you know how I've been bragging about that really expensive, fancy pants bassinet that we got the kid in?
Like when he starts crying more, it shakes and is louder.
Yeah.
Helps him sleep.
It calls it soothing, not shaking, for obvious reasons.
Right, I'm a parent.
But it says that it listens for the crying, and when crying intensifies, the soothing intensifies. Now, at the very most intense, it does look a little scary because you're like,
wait. Is Jackson like rocking around in the thing?
Sometimes, right? And so, but the thing is, it's not as smart as they would have you think. It doesn't listen for crying. It listens for volume. And guess where the volume is coming from?
Your giant TV.
My snoring.
Oh,
no. No, what are you doing to him?
So you're waking up the baby.
So now, and also, ever since she gave birth, my wife's whole thing where she slept through anything is no longer. So she's waking up to my snoring. She's hearing the soothing intensify. So she's like, "You are shaking our baby with your loud ass snoring." And this morning, I got kicked out of bed.
Wow, that's a first.
I haven't been sent to the couch since, I don't know.
Ever?
You guys have met her, but
do you need to get the room upstairs at my place ready? Or are you going to get evicted completely for this?
No. But I'm sending a text message during our first break to a friend of ours who will enroll me in a sleep study and hopefully give me a little CPAP action.
Oh,
God
gosh.
almighty.
Are you ready for CPAP action? Isn't that a whole thing, or have they simplified that machine?
They've simplified it a lot, and from what I've heard, I think I'm going to love it. Like, I think after I finally, do it, I'm going to be like, oh, this is the best sleep I've ever had.
It doesn't sound like you're dying.
Right.
Sweet merciful air.
I'm breathing the whole time and not just taking breaks from breathing.
Oh, man, God. Oh, somebody said, Dave over on YouTube says, C-Lane got sleep divorced. It happens to the best of us. Very
CPAP
true.
Lane. That's right, all day yuckers. That's what it's come to.
Let's put our ears on the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a kid. He's 13 years old. And I can't believe this. Maybe C-Lane would know more about this. But they said this kid, this 13-year-old, is, as of this week, the first person to ever beat Tetris. Like, no one had ever beat Tetris before this.
Yeah, right.
And I thought that sounded crazy, too, but that's what this says. It says a 13-year-old streamer, his name is Blue Scuddy, became the first ever human to beat the classic game of Tetris on NES. Blue Scuddy broke 3 world records in total, including the monumental accomplishment of beating the game during a semifinal match for the 2023 Classic Tetris World Championship. And on Tuesday, he streamed this on his YouTube channel. The game is 34 years old. And I don't know, can this kid channel this into making some money, or is he just picking up loser skills here? Because
I don't know that you can make a whole lot of money off Tetris. You can do if he can prove to people that he can continuously beat it, then he can make appearances at places.
What's his stupid username?
His username is Blue Scuddy, SCUTI. Here
Sounds
he is
like a
winning.
sex move.
All right, he's got the pieces coming down. He's Tetrising it up. It's going so fast. I would never be able to do this. Like, the blocks are just flying down.
I don't
and he's
understand how
still
no
able
one's
to win.
beat this.
Me either. There goes. He's freaking out.
Okay. You know what he's not going to get out of this?
What?
Feeling
Blade?
on boobs.
Yeah, he's probably not going to.
Okay, that was just level 18. I'm very confused about the Tetris world, and we need some input here because...
Well, it said 98 a second ago.
Oh,
And
it was
then,
98?
But then you're right. It went to 18, and why? How did he even know that he beat it?
I think he maxed it out because the top score says 999,999.
But it said that for a while.
Yeah, and this just kind of broke it, and breaking it is you beating the game, and then you freak out. And he has like did you see he was wearing a Tetris glove? He had like a glove that he specially uses.
You know what else he uses that for?
Nothing.
Oh, man. Look good for him, though. I mean, that seems like a hell of a feat if nobody has done this in all of the 30-something years, 34 years.
What does he get now?
Nothing. He did this for a semifinal match for the Classic Tetris World Championship. I don't know what the prize for that is.
I honestly thought that game was programmed just never to end. Like, it just was supposed to the blocks were supposed to drop so fast on you that you were unable to comprehend them, and then you perish.
It says, right after making a great save, he gets to the game Tetris's frozen screen, signaling victory, and ecstatically says, "Oh my God," while yanking off his gloves. He said, "My hands feel tingly. I can't feel my hands." And he embraced victory, and there you go, man. Yeah.
So to answer your question, if you to monetize this skill, in quotes, perhaps, he could make appearances at like video game conventions and stuff, and they're like, "Well, let's watch the Tetris beater beat the Tetris," because there's dudes that like show up to places and they'll get on stage and like beat Super Mario World or whatever, Super Mario Brothers, the Nintendo one. They'll beat it blindfolded.
Oh, it's like the guy Sabrina knew, the guy that Sabrina knew down in Miami.
That's right.
Billy. Billy Mays, not Billy Mays.
Billy Mays.
No, it was the Donkey Kong guy.
Yeah, Billy Marsh, I forgot what his name is. Billy something, and he was on King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. Billy Mitchell, that's what his name was. And that guy was so famous for playing video games, people would just watch him somewhere.
And then he got called out for cheating.
Then in this whole scandal. But Corrupt Reality on Twitch says the game breaks when it's out of RAM. It's beating it. So that's beating it when it just like crashes.
You were literally overpowering the game.
That's pretty impressive, but there he is, a 13-year-old winning for the first time. Meanwhile, let's talk about something that has, since we first started discussing it on the show, swept the United States of America. And now more than ever, I guarantee you, people are running to Ozempic and Wegovy as the new year starts. People want to lose that holiday weight. They want to kick down some of the pounds that they put on. And where are they going to go? Well, this is the easy way out. Ozempic and Wegovy. If you got some money, if you got money to do it, you could take these and you could lose a bunch of weight, right?
Thought about it.
Did you really?
I'm considering it too.
I mean,
not
works.
that like I'm not in a state in which I necessarily need it, but boy, if I could cut down what would take a year down to a couple months, why not?
I mean, it almost makes you think, wouldn't it be fun to pack on like 50, 60 pounds and just have all the enjoyment of eating and then just take the pills and watch it fade away?
Your line of thinking right now, your reasoning is the same thing we said. Remember 10-ish years ago, maybe 9?
No.
When we had a mission that it never came to fruition, and I didn't mean to rhyme just then, but we had this mission that we were going to get somebody to come in the studio and give us IV drips during the show. But we were like, we got to schedule this out. It's got to be guaranteed, because if we get the IV drips, we're getting rip-roaring hammered the night before. We're not doing this for nothing. Now, fast forward, you're like, well, if I get these weight loss injections, I want to eat a whole damn lot.
I might as well make it worth it, I think. But now this story says these women stopped taking Ozempic and Wegovy, and then they regained more weight than they lost to begin with. One of them saying, "I was insatiable." They said one woman, Artemis Bayandor, lost 25 pounds.
What? The name is Artemis?
Artemis Bayandor. She sounds like somebody from Star Wars, but she's real. And she found it impossible to lose the 25 pounds she gained after her pregnancy. So she takes Wegovy. She loses 15 pounds in 6 months. She said it felt good. It was easy. It came off. It was making me feel better. Then she stops taking the drug because it was $1,400 a month out of pocket. She couldn't afford that. And she goes, I just couldn't stop myself. She went way up to a higher weight than she was beforehand. She gained back all 15 pounds and then another 10 pounds. She said, I used to eat two slices of pizza. Now I couldn't stop myself until I got to 4. And she just ballooned up, and all these women are starting to take the Ozempic stuff.
Yourself.
I know. The problem is this. You can take these drugs, okay? And these drugs can help you to lose weight because your hunger dissipates. But you also have to institute some life changes. And if you don't, you see where you could go here. Now, I have a theory on what is going to happen with insurance companies in these drugs and what should happen. Plus, we got to get into, there is an insane level of pet law that has just dropped on all of us pet owners out there. And if you'd like to keep your pet and not have somebody come yank it away from you, well, you might want to pay attention to this. All that plus your dispatches coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Major problems on the beach line. If you're going westbound, it is all shut down due to a fatality crash. Earlier today at mile marker 18, traffic is being diverted onto exit 19, which is Innovation Way, and then back onto the beach line afterwards. So it's going to be that way for some time. Also a crash on the beach line westbound at Dallas Boulevard, blocking the right lane. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. At Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance, you can save up to 60% on select mattresses. Plus, score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Here's to better sleep in 2024. The right mattress matters, and Mattress Firm will find yours.
Being a great dad doesn't require some fat wallet. I realized a simple stopwatch could make my kids' day better. I turned everything into a speed competition. Just time everything. How fast can they make their bed? How quickly can they fold 10 shirts? The weirder, the better. I want time who could hug me the longest. They'll be excited if you're excited. Trust me.
Pull out a stopwatch or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Hosted by true crime author and killer storyteller Mary Kay McBrayer, the new podcast, The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told, delivers riveting narratives about killers, scammers, journalists, and Avengers. Drawing from years of research, this podcast redefines true crime, breaking free from stereotypes.
She provided investigators in Mountain City, Tennessee, with exactly the evidence they needed to take 4 murderers to court.
Listen to The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up?
I'm tired of feeling so bloated.
That used to be me. Then I got this.
Align Bloating Relief plus food digestion. A probiotic, right?
Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus food digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at AlignProbiotics.com.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot, it's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 70s Rock Ride, Pink Floyd, Eagles, Van Halen, Tom Petty, Zeppelin, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search 70s Rock Ride, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Mute the rejoin.
Yeah. Oh no!
That little bit of change, and you're thrown off.
A little chair thing called a snoo.
It's a bassinet. That's what he sleeps in.
The bassinet that he sleeps in, this snoo thing, is smart enough that if it hears crying, it'll like rock the baby around or play some white noise. And the louder it hears the crying, the more it'll like try to rock the baby back to sleep. It's kind of genius until it encounters C-Lane. That's where the problem starts, I guess.
I have beat the snoo.
You've crushed it. Just like that little kid beat Tetris in the previous segment. You beat the snoo. And in this case, what happened was, I guess, your snoring set off the snoo, correct?
Yeah.
Can I play this video that I have here? Give me a second.
I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to play it. Are we going to see it too?
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, all right. So let's see here. So this is...
So, all right. For context, for the people that can't see it, there's a small blue circle in the video, and that's the button on the snoo. But when the button changes colors, that relates to the different levels of soothing that the thing, so when the soothing intensifies, the color also intensifies. But you won't need to see the color change. You'll hear where the soothing intensifies.
So Lil Jackson's trying to get some sleep here.
He's asleep.
And he's not crying. He's not setting off the alarm. Your snore is sending him like on a ride at a theme park here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. All right, I'm watching.
You can hear the white noise.
Yep. Very gentle sounding. Oh, boy.
And now the color has turned purple and the white noise has intensified.
Does it get more significant as it goes on?
That was pretty much it.
Because I was going to say, if you continue to rev him up higher and higher and higher as the snoo reacts
go back
to
and
you.
get that really deep sound again.
All right, hang on. I think it was right around here-ish. I went... Good God. God, that snoring is rough, C-Lane. Jesus, man. All right. Well, you're in some trouble until you can fix this.
I don't think I'm allowed in bed until I fix this.
You might not be able to well, you know what? It makes more sense that she would choose Jackson over you. I'm sorry. That's just the way that this probably should go.
Pretty rude.
All right, so we were talking about this Ozempic and Wegovy story, which is crazy. We've been following this for a little while. These are these miracle drugs. A lot of people are taking them after the start of the year, and you just shed weight because you're not hungry any longer. You don't really desire to eat as much, and the pounds fall off. And everything seems pretty amazing with these drugs. Now, we've had some other things come up that actually were even more interesting. Like they said, Ozempic not only cut away your desire to eat food, it also got rid of like all your impulse control issues. So if you were a gambler, it would make you not want to gamble. If you were addicted to anything, it would make you not want to do it as much.
Do you think did it have something to do with your with the sex drive by any chance, or you just had to be addicted to sex?
I don't know how it affects anything to do with like your sexual drive. I don't know if I've seen a story on that yet, but that would be an impulse control thing probably. So it could be related to that. Anyhow, this story says these women stopped taking Ozempic and Wegovy. Then they regained more weight than they lost. This one woman, she said after getting pregnant, she went up to 230 pounds. She got a prescription for Wegovy. It was $1,400 a month out of pocket. She said over 6 months, she was able to shed 15 pounds, which is not very impressive, actually. That's a lot of money for 15 pounds. She went from 230 to 215 in her post-baby weight. And she said she couldn't afford it anymore, right? So she decided, let's stop this. Let's quit the Wegovy. And all of a sudden, her appetite explodes. She says, here's her quote, "I was insatiable, and I've never been that way. I was so hungry, it was crazy the way I felt." She ended up gaining more weight than she lost on the Wegovy. So if you're thinking about in this new year taking this stuff, this is something to consider. And somebody messaged me, I believe his name is Matt, right?
Yes.
This guy, Matt says that he was taking one of these drugs, and he's off it now, and he's in the same state, just like absolutely hungry and cannot satisfy his appetite right now. Is Matt there?
All right, Matt?
Yes, I'm here.
I did it.
There he is. Matt, what were you taking? Ozempic, Wegovy? Which one were you taking?
So I was taking Wegovy, and it was a fight because the first thing, I hear you guys talk about this all the time, and I've always wanted to talk for a minute, so I really appreciate it. But it made me sick for the very first day. I mean, I was like vomiting like crazy. And then the days after, however, it suppressed my appetite. So it did what it was supposed to do, but it was a struggle, man. It was tough.
What did you go down to, and where were you at, like weight loss-wise?
So I started at 280 about a year ago, and I was taking the Wegovy once a week, and I got down to 200. So I lost a lot of weight on it.
Damn, yeah, that's good.
It really worked. It's insane. I mean, after the first 2 weeks, I was eating hardly anything at all. I mean, it was wild. So I lost a lot of weight on it.
Did you feel very weak?
Now been off. No, I didn't. Well, I'm sorry. Other than the immediate day that I was sick after taking it, because it made me sick to my stomach, like literally vomiting in no notice at all, like at public places, looking over my shoulder, like, oh, well, here we go. There was nothing to see here. Yeah, nothing to see here.
So,
but other than that, it didn't make me weak, no.
Were you paying for this out of pocket, Matt?
That was another thing that you say often. No, my doctor got it into my insurance. I haven't paid more than $5 every time I pick it up at.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Yeah. All right. So, and now tell us what happened when you stopped taking the weight loss drug. Did this same thing with the appetite exploding happen to you?
Yeah. So I haven't. Honestly, I started looking into it more. It could have been you guys talking about it. I mean, I started doing some more research, and it's really bad for your pancreas. If you have pancreatic cancer in your family, they kind of say stay away. I've lost multiple family members from pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I get sick right after taking it, I freaked out. So I stopped taking it, and now I'm just eating like crazy. Like, I'm literally sitting in my car right now, and I have donuts next to me.
Oh, my God.
So, but what is it? Because you feel like you are just constantly hungry, or it's just the thought of food? Because, you know, if you're...
A little bit of both, yeah. And it's like I'm scratching that itch that wasn't scratched for a full year, you know? So it's like it's out of control. I don't know what to do.
Oh, my God. Have you put weight back on?
Not much, maybe like 15 pounds, but I see it coming, and I live near Chicago, so I'm in the winter months. This isn't good.
Damn, man. That's crazy. But it worked really well. You just are scared of the impact that it's going to have on your health.
Man. Oh, yeah. I mean, I got a little boy. I don't want pancreatic cancer over 60 pounds. I got to do it a different way.
I don't blame you. All right, well, let us know what happens, Matt. Appreciate the call.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Right.
See ya.
There he goes. This is a weird side effect that I hadn't heard of previously, where they said people are just like insatiably hungry after they get off this stuff. But isn't that the most brilliant marketing plan in the world? Take this pill, you will lose all this weight. Stop paying us for the pill, you will gain all the weight back. So we forever get rich off you wanting to stay in that sexy bikini body that you got.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
And I know some people it's not working for them.
Oh, really? Like,
Yeah.
it hasn't had an impact on them?
Like, the only thing that is really, like, they're not losing their appetite. It's just making them feel sick when they eat. But they're
Right.
still eating.
Yeah, I guess everybody's kind of got a different ride on this whole thing. Here's what I think they should do, okay? I think every insurance company should pay for, free of charge. There should be no copay. One ride on the Ozempic or Wegovy train. You get one ride on the train, right? So you get your Ozempic, you go to the store, they give it to you. This benefits every insurance company because if you could drop a significant amount of weight, your health prospects are a lot better, and you can maybe live longer and cost the insurance company less money, right? So you get one ride on the Ozempic train, but you don't get two. Second one, you want it, you got to pay for it because that means that you lost the weight and you didn't make any changes in your life, and the weight just came right back on. So only the rich people should be able to ride a bit further on this on their own damn dime. Everybody else, you get one ride. That's how this should work with your insurance. I don't know how they're handling it, but imagine somebody's like, yeah, I take it every summer. So I gain 100 pounds, then I take Ozempic, then I go right back down and round we go. That, to me, sounds like a bad idea. All right, let's work in a couple of dispatches real quick. Let's see what's happening where you are. You can join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch over there. Let's see. Let's go over to Tony B. Greasy, who has a question or suggestion about Just Okay. All right.
Sean,
Hey.
Elaine, Sabrina.
Yo.
Happy New Year. Hey, Sean, can we possibly get some sort of single cam generic live stream thing for Just Okay? Maybe like on Discord for secret show subscribers, or even separate, pay a certain amount for access to some live stream. So, you know, us out-of-towners, us Texans, us New Yorkers, question mark, or anyone who can't make it might be able to enjoy it in some way. Just a thought. Wiggle.
It's a fair
Wiggle.
question, Tony. We get it asked. We get asked this question every single year, but the answer is no. You got to come out to the event. You got to make sure you're there in person. That's the benefit of going to Just Okay. If you're new to the show, this is the annual event that we do. We have traditionally done it for 7 years.
over the course of 10 years, we've had 7 of these different shows. We didn't start out right at the beginning, and then we have some COVID shows that we didn't do, but we're at Just Okay 8 right now, and it's moved from December into the beginning of 2024. When? Well, you're going to find that out at the top of the hour. We're going to learn that information. We're going to drop all the details you need to know to get started getting hyped about Just Okay 8. That is going to be coming up in just a bit on the show. When we return, let's talk about this city that has, they have a new list of rules, and they want to take your dog away if you violate any of them. What's happening? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather today. Look for highs peaking in the upper 60s. A blend of sun and clouds today. Dry, cool conditions. A northeast breeze becomes southerly at 5 to 15 for the afternoon. Tonight, rising rain chances for the evening. Those will increase after 11 o'clock tonight to about 70% coverage. Showers if you isolated storms around. Pretty wet overnight, mid-50s. Thursday, early rain chance at 10% with 66 your high. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Strong enough for a Mastiff, but gentle enough for a Chihuahua. Invisible Fence is more than a fence. Customized for every pet, every need, and every yard. Their hands-on training and exclusive technology ensures your pet is protected while giving them more room to run. Learn more at InvisibleFence.com.
Mortgage brokers are better, my friends. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating you don't even want to start. But it's none of those things when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker. But you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up?
I'm tired of feeling so bloated.
That used to be me. Then I got this.
Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion. A probiotic, right?
Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
As America's largest injury firm, we have advantages few others do. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side, and we have a track record of going toe-to-toe with them and winning big. But what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your case? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One of the things we're most proud about is that we set up our firm so that your case gets lots of attention from a lot of people. Our technology and army of lawyers give us insight and oversight into every detail and every moment of your case. Paralegals, legal assistants, investigators, buildings with boxes of evidence. Every resource carefully designed to get you the most possible. And at Morgan & Morgan, we even have a dedicated team to make sure that your calls are returned that very same day. Injured, dial pound law. That's pound 529. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Injured? Visit ForThePeople.com for an office near you.
Mecum Auctions. The world's largest collector car auction returns to Kissimmee, Florida, January 2nd to the 14th at Osceola Heritage Park. Featuring 4,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. At New South Window, we bring the factory to you. Our windows and doors are made with quality in mind, and your products and installation are backed by our lifetime warranty. That's because New South Window knows the importance of single source accountability. We believe in removing the middleman so you get more for your money. This is real factory direct. One company, one call, guaranteed for life. Get New South proud.
Buy 2 of our products and get the 3rd free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Mecum Kissimmee 2024 continues through Sunday, January 14th at Osceola Heritage Park with 4,000 collector cars for auction, food, exhibitors, live entertainment, and the Dodge Thrill Ride. Your Mecum experience begins at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. KLAUSMAN.
A social media experience that isn't totally toxic. Kind of a weird thing to brag about, but there it is. At Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The only radio show strong enough to fight off a Category 5 hurricane.
They're going to haul your dog off. It's going to be like on Heathcliff when the dog guy with the net just, grabs your dog or your pet and hauls it away. That's what's happening. And this is pretty crazy. I want to see what everybody thinks about this because there's a city that has just adopted a mandate for rules for pet owners. And if you don't follow these rules, like they'll literally come take your dog away from you if you violate this. And I'm with some of these things, others not so much. We're all pet owners here on the show. And I tried to look this up a couple of times. It's hard to get a good grasp on it, on what the average person does with their dog every day, right? And I think I said before on the show that there was some thing I read that said the average dog owner takes their dog on a 2-mile walk every day. And I said, no shots. There's no way that's true. Just anecdotally from walking around my neighborhood, there's a lot of dogs and there's not a lot of people just walking their dogs for an hour or something around the neighborhood. I do not think that's a common experience.
That's like the average person who also works out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you take your dog on a 2-mile walk because you also take yourself on a 2-mile walk. I do neither.
Yeah, the Venn diagram of people who go to the gym and people who also do that is very, very mixed. And I just do not buy this idea that people, one of them that I saw said, most people take their pet out 2 to 3 times per day for 20 to 30 minutes a pop. And I don't know. We take out, lady goes out into the backyard if she needs to, but we take her for a walk about in the afternoon each day. And it's about a 2-mile walk, and it takes about 45 minutes or something. And that's plenty for her. Because she would, if you take her too far, she'll give up. And there's nothing more hilarious than a dog giving up in the middle of a walk. They just start looking at you, and they're like, oh.
I'm done here. Thank you.
I know you like this walking around thing, but one time we took her to this park a couple miles from here. And we were bringing her around for a walk that was longer than she normally went on. And she just stops and she's just crying. She's just and she's like, I'm done.
Did your neighbors think you're abusing the damn dog?
No, we were away. We were like a mile and a half, 2 miles from here. And so now I got to pick up lady who is not a small dog, but not a big dog, just awkward enough that it's weird to carry her.
Yeah.
And walk for like half a mile with this awkward dog. And
Carl's just 5.5 pounds, so I can sling him over my shoulder if I need to.
Yeah.
And a block is like a mile for him.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't need to go as far. I wonder if they factor that in because they'll say,
if you have a dog, the dog should go for a 2-mile walk each day. Well, maybe a greyhound needs to go for a different amount of exercise than Carl does. Carl's tiny.
His
little
zoomies
legs
are just like a hula hoop.
Yeah.
Versus everyone else.
If Carl goes around the block, that's a greyhound going 2 miles.
I would
right?
think.
That's a very, very big difference because he's so tiny and his legs are so short. But here we go. To these rules that have been approved in Deltona, Florida, right? That's where they have approved this. It says the Deltona City Commission decided to adopt a new ordinance regarding animal cruelty. The ordinance requires dogs and, quote, small domestic animals to be sheltered during storms or when the temperature outside reaches over 90 degrees. So there you go. First things first. If it's 91 and your dog's outside, they're going to yoke your dog, or at least they could possibly. If it's raining and your dog is outside, you can't have your dog outside in the rain. Can't be. Your dog has to be sheltered during these storms. The shelters, whether in a home or something like a dog house, will be required to have a solid roof, clean bedding material, and enough space for the animal to move comfortably around in. Now, these are all the right thing to do, right? These are all the things that pet owners should be doing.
Right.
But if you took everybody who had their dog outside at 91 degrees and took that pet away from them, you'd have a lot of dogs on your hands, I would think. I think there'd be a bunch of people who do that. So they say safe enclosures. Animals kept in an indoor or outdoor enclosure would need at least 80 square feet of space, along with additional space for any other animal kept in the enclosure. Those enclosures would also need to be cleaned regularly, free of dangerous objects, and have a shelter to escape during times of extreme weather, it says. Also, daily exercise. Animals must be given an appropriate amount of exercise each day, depending on factors like age, health, and breed. How do you quantify that? Depending on age, health, and breed, do you have like a spreadsheet somewhere? And they go, all right, Sabrina's got this. Oh, Carl hasn't been walked enough this week. Go get the net. Let's go and take him, and we'll put him in the damn shelter or something. Calamities, they say. Animals require clean water, dry ground, shaded shelter from extreme weather and natural calamities. Well, that sounds nice. Left in a car. Animals may not be kept in unattended vehicles without sufficient ventilation or in conditions that put their well-being at risk, such as a lack of water or extreme heat.
Isn't that already a rule?
I feel like it is, right? And I feel like some of these other ones might be too. Traveling in a car. Animals may not be transported in any sort of open-air designed vehicle unless the animals are, quote, safely and humanely restrained. So you got a Jeep and you got the top down? Can't do it. Can't have your dog like that unless somehow it's safely and humanely restrained. This leaves like so much up to interpretation.
Yeah, well, that's easy though. You have a dog in a Jeep or in a convertible car. You can get restraints like that. Like a lot of people like their dogs in a harness rather than just a collar for walking, and then you tether the harness to the car, and you're good.
And that would be fine under this, you think?
I would assume so. Yes.
Well, they said saving animals. If somebody breaks into a locked car to save a domestic animal trapped within, they will not face civil liabilities for damage if they've already notified law enforcement. People who do so will be required to remain with the animal at a safe location near the car until law enforcement or animal control arrives. And I got like the actual ordinance here, and it says some of the penalties are that they could take your animal away from you. You could see that they had other stuff that they've like striked in the ordinance, so they had different rules that they had before, and they cut some of these out. So it says, let me see.
I wish they would just like take them out.
Yeah, it makes it harder to read.
It very, very confusing. Because does it have to be read too, or is it read and struck out, or I don't get it. That one's blue and struck out.
The dog, cat, or other animals must always be provided clean water, dry ground, shade for protection from the sun, thunderstorms, lightning, hail, hurricanes, tornadoes, tropical storms, floodwaters, winds in excess of 20 miles per hour, blah, 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 blah. So some of these are just common sense.
Yeah, most of these are just, hey, be a good dog owner. Like, are there any that like stick out to you as something that's inconvenient? Or something that's kind of like, this is going to put this is going to be a big change for me and ex dog.
Well, as you know, I grew up in a little place called the Acreage.
Yep.
A little more backwoods.
Little cancery, just a little cancer stand.
A lot of cancery.
And dirt roads, right? Cancer and
dirt roads everywhere. And this particular rule that I'm looking at right now would have gotten a lot of people in trouble, and they would have taken away a lot of dogs. This rule, it's Rule 6 in the actual ordinance. It says no person other than a licensed veterinarian shall crop the ears or dock the tail of any dog or cat.
You people in the acreage were cropping your own ears?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you bet
Not
your ass.
surprising at all.
Yeah, they would definitely be doing that out there. A lot of the guys with pit bulls and stuff would do that, and they would go, I ain't going to the damn veterinarian. It cost me an arm and a leg to get this thing. No, they just do it themselves.
All right, does anything fall under, now a vet did it, but perhaps I know someone that had a dog that was neutered, had the berries clipped in the house.
Oh, they did it at home. Let's see if it says anything about that. A person commits an offense if he or she crops or cuts off or causes or procures to be cropped or cut off the whole or part of the ear, ears, or tail of a dog or cat. The possession by any person of a dog or cat with ear or ears cut off, cropped, tail docked, blah, 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 is a violation of this as well.
And then you have to prove by like showing the paperwork that the doctor did it?
Yeah, I guess you would have to, according to this. These are some of the strictest animal owner laws that exist in the United States of America as of this passing. And there's a lot to this. I'm trying to see how they wrap this up. This is page 4 of the proceedings. Oh, the enforcement. I want to see what they're going to do. The severability, blah, blah,
I found
blah.
it interesting that they did have to put something in there to just specify, by the way, the slaughtering of animals for, farming purposes and eating is still totally exempt from all of this.
Yeah, that's what somebody was saying in chat. They were like, nothing in there about dog fights? Well, it doesn't make dog fights good to go. You're still in some trouble if you do that. Twisted Movies says, just common sense against animal cruelty. The thing here is all of this is in writing, and I think some of it's kind of loose. And then, like, say you could take somebody's dog away because of this ordinance, and the ordinance says animals must be given an appropriate amount of exercise each day, depending on factors like age, health, and breed. Well, what does that mean? What does that actually mean? What if you say, my dog is happy, it's healthy, it's not super overweight? What if it is a little bit overweight? What if you go, my dog just likes to eat a little more dog food and isn't as interested in going on walk? He's a little bit fat, but he's doing okay.
It's almost as if the person who wrote some of these ordinances has recently retired from the Federal Communications Commission.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, right.
The vagary there checks out.
Twisted Movie says it's just verbalized common sense, as C-Lane says. Yeah, but what? Switch this to kids. Switch this to human beings instead of pets, right? If they said your kid must be given an appropriate amount of exercise each day, depending on factors like age, health, and, well, you probably wouldn't say breed, but you would say, what? So you got a bunch of fat kids out there and you nuke them out of the houses? You can't have this? You've been abusing this kid? You wouldn't do that, obviously. That would be insane for them to do that. I want people to be as nice as they can to their animals, but I think they need to really make sure they tighten up the verbiage of something like this. That, to me, is something that could be detrimental to the pet owners out there. Somebody just wanted to come after them. All right, let's go over to you. Let's see what you think. We got Angry Irishman with a dispatch about dog seatbelts.
So regarding the dog being tethered safely in a car, I have a harness for my dog, as C-Lane was just saying, and it actually has this strap that you can clip onto the back of the harness and a buckle that goes right into the seatbelt buckle. Mm-hmm. So if you hit the brakes too hard, the dog goes flying forward. That strap that's attached to the buckle, catches it from sliding around. So they actually make something with the ability to click it into your seatbelt. So
very cool. We got something like that for lady. We've got like this thing. It's like a little rectangle thing, and you put her inside of it, and then you strap that in. Honestly, it doesn't seem very safe. I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't seem.
I have the same for Carl, but he loves it because I fashioned it enough that he could still stick his little head out the window, get his please, and then he stays put instead of climbing everywhere all over the car because I've dealt with that going, 60 on the highway. Not safe.
Yeah, you don't want that. When you get these pets, you got to treat them right. You got to do the right thing. And that is truly your responsibility as a pet owner. But sometimes, there's different things like this that, who knows, maybe it runs afoul of those new rules. And all of a sudden you're like, damn, I didn't realize I was doing something wrong here. Laying down the law is talking to us.
Happy New Year, News Junkies.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of a fenced-in backyard, so we have to walk our dogs 3 times a day. We have what we call the long walk, which is about a 45-minute walk, and that's usually the last walk. Earlier in the day, they
long
go
walk sounds like something
around
different.
the block. And I would say in total between...
We took the dog for the long walk.
It's looking like it's about that time we take the dog for the long walk. And then she said the long walk's usually the last walk, and that's why I started laughing.
That's what you say in front of your kids when your
Yeah.
dog's about 14, 15 years old. You're like, pretty soon we're going to have to talk to the old vet about taking her for the long walk.
Oh, that's sad.
And then you tell your kid, what are you going to do, C-Lane? Oh, man, I don't...
Oh, God. What? I already know what you're going to say. What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
I feel a little bad. Jackson is just of the right age that he's going to get to know Lexi a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then
that'll be his first major heartbreak.
it's true. I mean, and how old is Lexi now?
Lexi's 5, 6.
So right now she's doing great. You know, she's
Yeah.
in great shape, prime of her life. But let's say Jackson is like 10 years old, you know, and Lexi's 16, kind of stumbling around and stuff. Would you at that time do the thing where you go, Jackson, we took Lexi to this beautiful farm in the countryside, and she's going to live out many more years there.
And we got a new dog.
Better care of her than we ever would be able to do here because they've got specialized. Or are you just going to go, Jackson, today we killed Lexi? Like, how are you dropping this news to baby Jackson?
It'll probably be somewhere in between those
Yeah.
two. Closer to the former than the latter.
The wording on the latter was a bit harsh, you think?
A little bit.
Today we executed Lexi earlier. Don't worry. Lexi 2, Electric Boogaloo, coming real soon. That's happening.
I don't know if it's going to be the farm thing. It really just depends on how old little Jackson is when it gets to that time.
If he's old enough, you could be like, you killed Lexi. You have to be on your best behavior moving forward or you'll kill the other dogs.
Big Doug Millionaire says, great life lesson. Show Jackson Old Yeller first.
I don't even
They
think
showed
I've
me
seen
that.
Old Yeller.
They showed us that in school when we were like
Did
in
they?
4th grade. It was horrific. That
My
and Where
God.
the Red Fern Grows.
I remember
also
that
think
one.
there's dog murder.
Yeah, there's a dog that's like central to the plot of that. I remember that from forever ago.
So I think we read Where the Red Fern Grows. I don't know if we watched it, but I feel like The Yearling and Old Yeller are classic examples of movies where there's a mercy kill at some point. And I've never watched either movie, but I've watched movies where people watch those movies. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, I
we've
understand
all
what you're
seen
saying.
a movie where somebody was made to watch The Yearling or Old Yeller, but I've never actually watched it myself.
Kids on the couch, his feet dangling over the cushion. They take the dog out back. What happened, Ma? Oh, God, that's a tough conversation. This one won't be, though. When we come back, Just Okay 8. What's happening? What should you expect? The announcement is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Heavy volume now on I-4 due to some earlier crashes. We have I-4 eastbound after 536. Also around 535, I-4 eastbound well before US 27 to after State Road 429. And a crash now at Champions Gate eastbound after Legends Boulevard. And a minor wreck in Seminole County, Maitland Avenue at East Altamont Drive. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
My best dad tip, okay, one time our power went out and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea, or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Gather your loved ones, round up your friends. The all-new Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. Non-stop, all-out fun for everyone. Be amazed by superhuman performers attempting daring feats. Laugh out loud and move and groove to the rhythms of the world. Take your family on an unforgettable journey, all at the greatest show on earth. Tickets on sale now. Coming to the Amway Center January 12th through 15th. Visit ringling.com for show details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Jason Williams. It was a rainy day, and I got hit from behind by a lady that was doing somewhere over 100 miles an hour is what they were saying. I've never dealt with anything like this before. Everybody that I talked to kept saying the same name, which was Morgan & Morgan. I was on hold for maybe 15 seconds. When they come back and said, "Jason, we will absolutely take your case." As a non-tech savvy guy, any question that I had, if I called, text, or emailed, they got right back to me. They made it as easy for me as it could have been.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick.
This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
The latest Secret Show subscriber, I appreciate you. Learn more about the uncensored shows over at thenewsjunkie.com, and I want you to go to the website, even if you don't care about that, to join us here with Dispatch or anything else. Go create an account so you can interact with the show and other people who do by putting up comments, doing all that good stuff. You can see your stats and how you're performing as a listener, and I want you to get those numbers up, but you got to start your journey at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we have been waiting on this for a while, although there's been a lot of nonsense and work and jockeying with the suits and stuff behind the scenes about this. And Just Okay, our annual event that we traditionally did in December, right around Christmas, realized after a while, it's like, why are we fighting with all of this stuff that's going on around Christmas? People are, this is how the schedule works, in case you haven't noticed, which I know you have. After the first week of December, it's checked out city. People are checked out. Even if they are still going to work, they're barely functioning. They're in vacation mode. That continues even this week for some people because kids are out of school in certain districts. And then you get people back in action probably the second week of February in 2024. So that's just kind of how things go. And with Just Okay, we're like, let's put this somewhere where we can reinvent this a bit and turn this into a big party and bring some big excitement to Just Okay 8. And we still, I guess, are waiting on one thing for the contract.
One signature.
So close.
So what we'll do is we'll just not talk about the venue at the moment, but we'll tell you when this is going down, because Just Okay 8th is March 16th this year. Woo! All right? That is, and you guessed it, the day before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So
I know what that means.
you can guess what direction we're headed in for Just Okay 8. We are going to have a St. Patrick's Day party that you will never, ever, ever forget.
Or remember.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to really be careful with ourselves this year because we've got to get through all of this. Now, previously, there's been a lot of Christmas-related, freak show-related, those kind of things going on at Just Okay. This year, we're leaning into a St. Patrick's Day party that you'll never forget. There's going to be all sorts of performances. We're going to be up there on the stage, putting our lives on the line and trying to bring you the funny. It'll be a time where you can get to meet us, hang out with us. VIP is always a crazy experience. And VIP will be bigger and better than ever this year for Just Okay 8 on March 16th. But that timeline is not super long.
No.
I'm going to be real with you here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to try to push forward with all of this stuff on our end. We're going to try to maybe even this week announce the venue where this is going to be, which is an awesome spot.
Sean's house.
Hell no, that ain't that show of all the shows. Just okay, it ain't happening around here. The house will never recover. So this is going to be the day before St. Patrick's Day, a St. Patrick's Day party you will never forget. Just okay 8. We got to get all of the things, all right? We want to have all of the St. Patrick's Day things we possibly could have. And to make that a moment that you put away on your calendar, make this a day where you're like, all right, this Saturday, let me leave my schedule open. We're aiming for maybe very first week of February or so, making the tickets available so that you can buy them. And this is going to be one of those things where you should act quick. It gives you something to look forward to in the first quarter of the year. How about that? Yeah, Christmas is over, baby, but guess what's coming up? Just okay 8. It's happening on March 16th. So we got this first quarter excitement for you, and we'll give you a little bit more information in the next couple of days here. Somebody says, is Tri-Devil coming? No, I think we're a little past that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to us. I mean, remember, I had run into her after that whole debacle with you two and the phone numbers. And it took me all of 2 hours and me saying, I think Sean's a dick, too, for her to actually have a conversation with me. So she might be out, but maybe we'll find someone with 4 boobs.
I think she's faded away into obscurity.
It's not the last time Sabrina said that either. It's just...
No
this
way.
comes up every once in a while. And
somebody's asked
also,
if it's going to be at the Kia Center. No, hell no.
But we could have Joker Gang Gang because that guy's having a resurgence right now. He's all
I don't
over
know.
the
I mean, we'd have to pay him. He wants millions of dollars from the GTA 6 people. It's not happening, Joker
Let's
Gang.
just get someone who looks like him. Apparently, we can do that.
Then he'll want millions of dollars from us.
If we get him to sue us and Grand Theft Auto, we got something going, if that's the case. It's going to be a really, really fun time. So what happens at any Just Okay, but really more than ever at Just Okay 8, is it's an experience where you're going to have things going on all around you. We're going to have performers all over the place, not just on the main stage. We will, of course, have Sabrina's band, Sabby's Little Helpers. Yeah. Always a huge performance that people go nuts for. If you've never seen it before, don't worry. This is one of those ones you could blindly buy into, and you are going to have a fun time. Fritz,
but you'll be seeing the best one yet. Without a doubt.
That's a high bar. I mean, there's been some amazing performances.
I'm telling you.
In the past.
We already started practicing.
Right.
We went with the mindset that it was happening in December. So we started practicing weeks ago. We got another practice today. And so we are going to bring, I think, the most energy and the weirdest words I can't say on the radio, essery that you have seen to date. Or maybe saying for the first time.
Can we possibly make sure that none of your band members get zapped in the ass this year?
No, I've already spoken to Dirt about it, and we're going to have some sort of, it's like a bumper system that he stays his BH away from all the sparklers.
I mean, it was rock and roll when he did that, or
really
that happened to him. But
great video.
We want to keep him alive. That's very, very important. Dispatch then says, is Sabby's Little Helpers going to light somebody's BH on fire again? We're going to try not to. We're going to try to stay away from that.
Show that video again. Let me send it to you.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah. So it's, if you are not familiar with Just Okay, let's say you're in South Florida on one of the stations listening down there, or you're in Rochester, or you're in Dallas, or you're anywhere else in the country or around the world listening to the show. This is a big, fun show. We drink, we get crazy. There's bands performing. There's stuff happening all over the place that's going to catch your eye, and you'll learn more about that as we approach this March 16th date for Just Okay 8. Okay, there you go. That's what we can tell you as of now. Did you send me this?
Oh, I did.
All right, hang on. Give me a second. Don't take it yet, Seelan.
All right. Well, you still haven't sent a whole bunch of...
I tried to. All right, here we go.
So it happens very quickly, but as you can see in the right corner.
Right there. He's getting
and
with...
As soon as
it's
I
a
pull
cold
him
spark
off.
machine. And the cold spark machine does those things on the side of the stage where it's like big sparks fly up.
About 8 feet high.
Mm-hmm.
And about 6.5 is going straight up where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
Then I move him, and that's what was going up.
That could have been real bad if he stayed there for like 2 seconds longer, I think. Okay,
Could have
before
been
we
fun,
go,
you know? we had to have a certain number of fire extinguishers on hand for moments like that.
Very true. And I'll tell you what, the suit he had on, fire retardant as well. He had olive, but a little bit of soot where all that went.
It's one of the weirdest things about...
I think we say fire challenged now.
Putting on a show is ridiculous. The weirdest thing about putting on a show like this is that you have to do so much weird stuff. C-Lane is not just making that up. Like, when you throw a concert, you have to bring like fire extinguishers now, and you have to have we have to have all sorts of weird insurance, and oh God.
Remember when we didn't get clearances like that? We just we hired the fire people. What's the problem?
And they're like, but we did find out that someone was going to maybe show certain parts, and
man,
the GM is here. I'm like, all right, no problem. We got a towel.
They told us if there was nudity, they were going to shut the show down immediately, and there was nudity.
But may he rest in peace.
Yeah, man, it's always a good time, and you gotta be there for Just Okay. Again, put it on your calendar, March 16th. Tickets probably in February at some point in time. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, actually, and when we come back, we'll hear from you, see what you got going on with your dispatches. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing, but she's back in the news somehow, and this is maybe one of the more interesting reasons. Casey Anthony's parents are going to be on a television show this week. Yeah. Where they take a lie detector test and answer questions about all this stuff. I have some questions about her father. I wonder if they ask those ones.
There's a teaser out. You got to see it.
I got one over here. We'll see. We're going to get into this at some point in time, and we got a whole lot more, including Fritz on the Street, all on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm glad I'm sticking with Kit Kat being the universal one. There's some people that don't like nuts, Russ. Okay, I know you love nuts in your mouth when you eat stuff all the time. Okay, You're always asking, can I get more nuts in my mouth?
I need more nuts.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still have all lanes shut down on the Beach Line westbound right around mile marker 18. Traffic getting off at Innovation Way, exit 19. And Castleberry crash blocking the right turn lane 436 northbound after Lake Howell Road at Vinings Lane. Earlier accident cleared now I-4 eastbound after 536, but heavy volume in that area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
$5 finger-licking deals are at your local Kentucky Fried Chicken. Choose from 3 delicious options: a 2-piece meal with a wing, breast, and buttery biscuit, a famous bowl, or a savory chicken pot pie. Only available at select participating locations. Tax extra. It's finger-licking good.
Folks, let me tell you about a company that you can trust, and there's not, unfortunately, a lot of them out there that you really can't trust, to be honest with you. But Mills Air is there to help. When your air conditioner is not working right, when it's just not as cool as it should be, or maybe even this time of year, if the heater's not working, if you go that route, you need a place that you can call where they're not just going to try to take advantage of you. And Mills Air has been treating people right since 1992. That's over 30 years of experience, in keeping Central Florida cool. Their techs, they're the best of the best. They know what they're doing. They can work on any kind of AC out there, no matter what brand you have or type of air conditioner. They know it. And they're the type of people you don't mind having in your house. They're respectable, and they talk to you like maybe sometimes you need to be talked to. They explain things in common sense language. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the phone number: 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Mecum Auctions. The world's largest collector car auction returns to Kissimmee, Florida, January 2nd to the 14th at Osceola Heritage Park. Featuring 4,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot, it's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
My best dad tip, okay, one time our power went out and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassy's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassy's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
I'm Sarah Kustok, NBA analyst for the Brooklyn Nets, and my podcast, NBA Pulse with Sarah Kustok, is back.
The Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
Every Monday and Friday, I'll be joined by a top NBA writer to discuss the biggest stories in the league. And we'll do it in about 15 minutes, so you can stay up to date and keep it moving. Check out NBA Pulse with Sarah Kustok on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Real Radio 104.1. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
can join us on the show today. All you have to do is go over to thenewsjunkie.com and record your first dispatch right now. Very easy for you to do, and we appreciate it when you do it. So we'll play those momentarily. I was talking about how there is now this show with Casey Anthony's parents that's coming up this week where they have them take a lie detector test. And I'm interested to see if they ask the Casey Anthony, what's her father's name? George Anthony. If they ask George Anthony some of the questions that
you would ask.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, in the opening statements of Casey Anthony's trial, she alleged he did a lot of very horrific things.
And a lot of people, are to the understanding, especially with that docuseries that came out, that he was aware of a lot more stuff than he said that he was involved with. I know I said that in a weird way. Now, what I found...
This is to say that he knew that the baby was dead and was somehow integral in hiding the fact that the baby was dead.
Correct. And so I only saw one clip that's gone around. I wonder if it's the same one you have, but I found it very interesting because, what was it, last year, 2 years ago, the three of us did a lie detector test with a real lie detector. And it's not what you assume that you see in TV and movies where you get strapped up and it's yes and no questions. It has a lot to do with the person who's giving that lie detector test.
Yeah.
And how they are really part of that as well. And they could tell you're lying versus what's, in the meter that they're using. And this person, this polygrapher that is interviewing George is, he's on him. He's like, you got to relax, man. You're being very sketchy.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of tactics that go along with doing the lie detector test. And obviously it's not admissible in court, and it's a strategy that they use for years. And then there was different ones that they started to do. They're like, we have audio lie detector tests now. And so when we had that done to us in the studio that I'm in right now, one thing that struck me was on TV, if you ever see a lie detector test, it's like bam, 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 bam. But if you're ever doing a lie detector test, they have to cruise through with the regular questions to kind of get you used to it. So you're sitting there for a while, and they're like, where were you born? What was your mother's name?
Right.
And you're going on for a little while, and you're like starting to get comfortable. And then it's like, bam, here's a question you shouldn't be comfortable answering. And this is the promo clip, I guess, for the Casey Anthony thing where her parents are going to be taking an on-camera polygraph test, or already did, obviously. And let's see what they said here. Here we go.
You believe your daughter knows what happened?
Yes, I believe 100%.
Uh-oh.
I want Casey to hear how we feel about what she's said and what she's done.
After 15 years of allegations.
I never did anything to harm my daughter or my granddaughter.
Okay, well, him saying that leads me to believe maybe these questions were asked. I never did anything to harm my daughter or my granddaughter, he says. Maybe they go further.
I know she's lying. You know she's lying.
Put their final say to the ultimate test.
Is there a kernel of truth to any of the allegations she's leveling against you?
Oh, boy.
Casey Anthony's parents, the lie detector test.
I don't know.
They just let's drop it. Put it to bed. Live your life.
Hey, let's be real. They probably got paid, right?
Yeah. We're eating this up for sure.
Yeah, they probably got paid to do this, and they could use the money. Otherwise, if they didn't get paid, it's like people were forgetting about this. You were probably going to be able to have a more normal life as time goes on. Why would you inject yourself back into the system to have people talking about you again? That seems like a bad move. Meanwhile, speaking of this sorts of stuff, there is a moment that aired on Fox News. Fox News is stealing our bit, which we will be doing again.
What a surprise.
I didn't know if you guys forgot about this or not, but on possibly Friday, maybe Monday. Monday might be easier. We're going to have our psychic predictions for 2024.
Oh, I almost asked you about that yesterday.
Yeah, we're going to do that. It's good. Probably, let's just say Monday. On Monday, we'll do the psychic predictions for 2024. We have a psychic who will go through each of our lives and do the cards and everything and see what.
Did you get one that's a little faster this time?
Yeah, it wasn't the last one 3 hours, yeah?
I'll try to tell them. I'll say, look, here's what we're using this for. Make sure you're upbeat and have good pacing. But they usually just do whatever the hell they want. You know how it goes. So I guess Fox News got a psychic. I don't know why, but that's what they're doing over there. And they have this woman on, and somebody said this was the best thing that's ever aired on Fox News. And I haven't seen it yet. I'm being honest with you. So let's see how it goes. It says, what's in store for Trump in 2020? And there's a psychic doing stuff. So here we are.
What is that?
I do recognize that I'm at Fox TV. I have a sense of loss.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. It looks like
sense of loss.
Loss, like he's going to lose in 2024.
Also, the aesthetic of this woman. Those of you not watching and listening, there's a whole. She looks exactly like if you asked AI to put together a picture of someone who reads tarot cards on Fox News.
You know how there's like stripper stores, and it's the only place you can get the kind of clothes that strippers wear. And
you mean like hollowed out clear high heels that have a little slot in them to put the money?
Stuff that you're not wearing on any given day, that you're wearing for professional reasons. These ladies are buying this to make a little extra cash.
They're professionals.
I wonder if there's a psychic store like that, because she does have like all the necklaces. She's got like the thing the throw over her shoulders and all the different stuff one would expect from a lovely psychic like this. All right, let's see. What do we got here for dispatches? We got to work a couple of these in, and then we're going to figure out what's coming up on the next episode. Here goes nothing. Here is Miami native Mike talking to us about George Anthony.
Good afternoon, News Junkies.
Hey there.
Happy New Year.
You too.
Will we find out if George is the father of Casey's baby?
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Let's
that was
stay
a rumor.
tuned.
Yeah, she dropped some bombs in the opening statement that what was his name? George? No. What was her attorney's name?
Baez. Jose Baez.
Yeah, Jose Baez. That's right. And Jose Baez hated the prosecutor. Those two were like they were like oil and water and just did not get along. They were fighting in the courtroom. And so there's a lot of accusations out there. Most people don't care about them anymore, but the lie detector is a good new move. I like that. Here's Dan the plumber. It says, so excited and slightly ASCII.
Hey, News Junkies. Can't wait for Just Okay 8. It's going to be a blast. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. Hey, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Think you could pick me for Fritz on the Street? Come on, man. Never been picked. It's your year. Let's do it.
I'll keep it in mind. I am going to give you the ASCII badge or the Ask Hole badge just for doing that. But, yeah, we'll keep that in mind. We are going to be doing Fritz on the Street momentarily here on the show, but we can work in one or two more. Here's Tater Hog, who wants to join us.
What up, Junkies? How you guys doing? Hey, I just got a quick question, man. Can I be one of the contestants on Fritz for the Street, please?
Fritz for the Street?
Fritz for the Street.
Love you guys. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Fritz for the Street is a whole different game, I think. No, you can't. You can't. We're going to just pick them at random. Maybe it's Dan the plumber. Maybe it's somebody randomly on chat. Right now, chat seems to be taken over by Twitch. Sometimes we can only see certain platforms comments, and so you got the best of luck over there at the moment until the YouTube comments break back in. Here's one more. It's Justin with the dispatch.
What up, y'all?
Hey.
Happy hump day. So, I don't know about y'all, but I got a lazy dog. 30 minutes of exercise? Yeah, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
She is not about that life. She's young. She's a big girl. She's all the big breeds. She don't really like to do a lot of exercising, but she likes to chill.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. I was only listening to half of that because I saw the wide shot flickering for some random reason.
Oh.
Something going on over there,
Oh, is it resetting?
It's that tarot reader from Fox News.
No, it may have. Yeah, you're good now. Okay. I was like, what's happening? Please don't tell me that camera is broken right now. Please don't tell me.
No, I'm messing with it.
I got enough problems. Okay, we're good to go then. I saw you take the other shot, which was cool looking.
Yeah, a little behind the
The
scenes
back of
there.
your head is ridiculous.
We're always switching it up here, you know. I can always come up with some new things for you if you're watching, and you can do that over on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. What we're going to do right now is take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode, what is coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Ready to feel super old? Well, I have got all the albums that have turned 50 years old, same age as Sean. It's 2024. And that means the Olympics
I was not alive.
in our near future. But this year, the torch will have another job, and that's lighting up a blizzy for Snizzy. Plus, for some reason, we know what Cardi B did on New Year's Eve, and it's juicy. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather today. Look for highs peaking in the upper 60s. A blend of sun and clouds today. Dry, cool conditions. A northeast breeze becomes southerly at 5 to 15 for the afternoon. Tonight, rising rain chances for the evening. Those will increase after 11 o'clock tonight to about 70% coverage. Showers if you isolated storms around. Pretty wet overnight, mid-50s. Thursday, early rain chance at 10% with 66 your high. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi. We've got hundreds of offers with up to 70% savings across the store.
Wait, did you say 70%?
Yes.
My kids love playing dress up. Can you help us get organized?
Ooh, yeah. Check out our offers on dressers and storage.
Ooh, what about bath towels?
Yep.
Comforters, pillowcases?
Yes and yes.
I think I need a bigger cart.
Visit IKEA-USA.com/winter sale for details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/winter sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Experience Mecum Kissimmee 2024, the world's largest collector car auction, now through Sunday, January 14th, with 4,000 collector cars for auction, food, exhibitors, live entertainment, and the Dodge Thrill Ride. Your Mecum experience begins at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Hosted by true crime author and killer storyteller Mary Kay McBrayer, the new podcast, The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told, delivers riveting narratives about killers, scammers, journalists, and Avengers. Drawing from years of research, this podcast redefines true crime, breaking free from stereotypes.
She provided investigators in Mountain City, Tennessee, with exactly the evidence they needed to take 4 murderers to court.
Listen to The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like 70s Rock Ride, a commercial-free station featuring the best in 70s rock. Just search 70s Rock Ride and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
Staying one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And we got to try to keep the people safe out there, because I know, and particularly you ladies, can be susceptible to this. So listen up to me for just a second. I've said before, there's some things that ladies do that I'm like, why is this happening? Why is this a thing? I believe most of it is in competition with other women, as opposed to like guys are telling you that they like this and you're saying, I'm going to put this on because I think it makes me more attractive. The long eyelash thing being one notable example of that. And the long fingernail thing, where it's like, how do you even function in life? But this is a new one for me. All right. And this is starting to go viral and make the rounds. So let's get out ahead of it and tell people this could be a very dangerous thing. So what this video is that's going viral is this woman, and I guess there's only like one country in the world where they're actually allowing this procedure to be done legally. Take a look at this. Everybody else, I'm going to put this up on See It Now so you can watch. So here's the woman in question, and this whole thing is about her getting her eyes done, right? But not LASIK or anything. This is about her getting
thing.
No, it's not even that. Okay, so you see right here, she has brown eyes, right? I have brown eyes too. Probably the worst draw if you're drawing eyes out of a hat. But here we are, right? We both have to deal with it. Let's make the most of our brown eyes. So she wants to get this changed. And this is a surgery that permanently changes the color of your eyes. And hers are now like a hazel color. And everybody's going, oh my God, I want to do that. I could change my eyes. I could have blue eyes.
I can't really see her. I want to see the new eyes.
I just saw it for a second, and it looks
unnatural.
Yeah,
they're
looks
very
very strange.
It looks like
an alien.
It looks like if you know how sometimes ladies wear the contacts that change the color of their eyes. But you got like a really cheap one.
Yeah, look at this. This is the best kind of freeze frame I could. Looks a little wonky, but what they said is happening here is these doctors in this one country where they're doing this, they go in and they cut out your eye, like the lid. Oh, let me go to this. Somebody had made a comment. Okay, this is somebody saying this surgery requires your cornea to be cut open, and then a permanent implant is placed over your iris.
No, dude.
It is illegal basically everywhere but India and Colombia. Why? Because almost everybody who has had this surgery has gone blind, completely effing blind.
Okay.
But
worth it, though. Beautiful eyes. Can't see anything.
Yeah. You know damn well when people are watching this, they'll be like, ooh, I could get my eyes, the color of my eyes changed forever, and it won't be contacts. It'll be really my eye color.
But it really, they won't. It really is contacts. What they're doing is they're cutting the eye open, and they're putting a contact inside, and then just closing it and going, good luck.
Yeah, but it's a permanent solution, they would say. And I know how this could be attractive to a lot of people who would want
Not
to
if
have
you're
their
blind.
eyes different.
You don't know who's attracted to you.
No, that's why I'm trying to say, hey, look, when this stuff comes out, when you see this and all your friends are like, ooh, you could get this surgery done, your eye color could get changed, you got blue eyes or green eyes. This is something that you can't get done except for India and Colombia because, and I got to look into this, I'll do some research on it, because they said a lot of the people who have had this says, and I don't know if this is true or not, it says almost everybody who's had this surgery has gone blind, right? So, my God. And over on
I would want to
Twitch,
know how many people have had the surgery if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to research it during the break for a second. But Tracy Claus says TikTok has done effed up the kids. Imagine that. All the kids scrolling past and like, oh, I could have really stunning eyes. All I have to do is go get this surgery done. And this lady got it done. Look, she got a big smile on her face. She's as happy as can be.
But like, you get the surgery and someone who sees it is like, oh, you have contacts in. Like it looks like you have contacts in. Therefore, you can save so much money and not risk being blind by just buying those contacts. Like it does not look natural.
I always think of the weird Robert De Niro blue eye contacts that he wore for that movie, The Irishman. It looks just so like
it looks unnatural.
Valley.
Yeah, you're right, Fritz. By the way, welcome, Fritz. We got Fritz
buddy.
on the street coming up in just a moment here. I'll look into this a little bit more, but obviously this is something that people would find attractive because, yes, you could put a padding on your ass and not have to get a BBL, but people don't want to do that. They want to get the Brazilian butt lift and they want to get all the surgery done. And it's attractive. So you got to know how dangerous some of these things are. They really, truly are. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
This is what I wear right here. Here's a pack of panty liners.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans radio show that you can tune into every weekend. Get your questions answered live on the air. Or perhaps you got a question that is just burning a hole in your brain pocket. Oh, he's available to you all the time right there on the website, ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Get the process started today of refinancing or buying your first dream home with the man, the expert, That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 3 years ago. Sean, you remember this?
Was alive. Yes, that's true.
2021.
She's switching it up on you.
Mayim Bialik. I always mess it up. Mayim Bialik.
I think it's Mayim Bialik.
Yeah. Mayim Bialik.
Hey, I am the one known for screwing it up more than almost anybody else, so don't take my word for it.
What's Timothy's name?
Timothy Chalamet.
There it is.
Well done.
Nailed it.
Bialik. Her sitcom Call Me Kat, that's way easier to read, premiered on Fox 3 years ago, and also exactly 30 years after this premiered.
Don't know about the future. That's
It's what flowers do in the spring. Blossom is right. It was on the date, which I found to be really cute.
I haven't heard this theme song in quite some time.
Me neither. It's like Dr. John.
And I didn't realize, or I guess I forgot because I watched the show growing up, that Joey Lawrence was in it.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And then he had the show with his brothers and now a podcast. So there you go. Call Me Kat ran for 3 seasons, and we know a guy who was the cameraman on it. What up, Brad? It's possible in the very near future that a judge is going to release a list of people. Did that get released yet? Because I thought the countdown was starting yesterday.
I don't believe so.
The Epstein list. And a lot of people are wondering who's on it. Who's there? Who are the famous people that will be named? It says there are about 200 of them. And so far, they've only been referred to as John and Jane Doe. Well, there's one football player who's not talking football, but instead the Epstein list, who can't wait for that list to come out. That is Aaron Rodgers. And he was on the Pat McAfee show. And he said that he will be popping some sort of bottle when it does come out. And then he suggested a particular person that might be on it. Sean, do you have the clip?
I do. Hang on one second. Here is the clip from ESPN right here.
Bring it up, Foxy, or somebody back there.
Seats on it.
Bring up Super Bowl 58.
You'll see it.
The emblem. Put it on the screen. And then bring up 57 and 56.
This has something to do with the Epstein list that came out?
Feels like. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
Look, this guy's been waiting in his wine cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this thing.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
God, I hate their voices.
I don't know why he would say that, but guess who is not cool with it? Jimmy Kimmel.
Nah, most people aren't cool with being, roped in with that.
Was that supposed to be a joke, or Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel hate each other, or he just picked Jimmy Kimmel's name?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if he hates Jimmy Kimmel, because I think a lot of the late night guys gave him a bunch of crap when he was doing the vaccine stuff.
Oh, but then he was big on the psychedelics.
Yeah, they make fun of him a lot, so he probably is pissed at them, I would guess. I don't know.
Well, this is no joke. Jimmy Kimmel tweeted out, and I quote, "Dear asshole, for the record, I have not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up, and we will debate the facts further in court."
See, do you think he got roped in by, remember the fake list? Because Bob Saget was on one. Remember that? And
I never saw any fake list or saw anything with Bob Saget's name on it. I just got into an argument on Facebook with some loser who, after Bob Saget died, and everybody was paying tribute to him, he said, "Hey, Saget was on Epstein's list, just saying." And I was like, "Show me the list. Show me the list." And he wouldn't.
And that's it.
I thought that there was a fake version of the list. But a lot of people don't know there is a real version of the list that's out there somewhere too, because The Sun, a newspaper in the UK, released it at some point. So it's like the worst kept secret. I think you could find it if you wanted to already.
So who's releasing this list and making it official?
The U.S. court system.
Ah, gotcha.
Because somebody was suing for access to it, I believe.
Also official, the Olympics. Picks.
When does it start?
And
you should watch out. That turned into a thing.
What do you mean?
The echo that you were doing?
Oh, right. That was with my voice, no effects, because I still don't know how to use the machine. But
no, I'm just saying what it sounded like toward the tail end.
Oh,
there.
dicks.
No. More a Spanish sort of thing.
Racial.
I did not even catch that.
I could say it.
Give it a shot.
The Summer Olympics start July 26th, by the way. They'll be on NBC and Peacock. And who else we will see on NBC and Peacock announcing the 2024 Olympics? My boy.
Snoop Dogg.
D-O-double-G, which I find to be very exciting. Now, he did that thing with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that Olympics related, or was that the end of the year roundup? I forget now. I know the clips.
I can't remember.
But yeah, he will assist NBC in covering this summer's Olympics in Paris as part of their primetime coverage. He'll explore city landmarks, attend competitions and events, and visit with athletes and their friends and families. He says, "We're going to have some amazing competitions, and of course, I'll be bringing that Snoop style to the mix. Let's elevate, celebrate, and make these games unforgettable." Smoke the competition and made the best shine like gold. Peace and Olympic love. Ya dig. So I will be watching that, and pretty much just for Snoop Dogg. And they also have curling during the Summer Olympics?
Oh,
break
no,
dancing?
that's winter.
No, winter.
Well, never mind.
Breakdancing would be tight.
Do they have this? What was the thing you were telling me that I didn't even believe was a real sport? Fast walking?
That's
speed
right.
walking?
Speed walking.
That's going to be
there.
in Paris? Oh, it's exciting.
I am very excited for it. This next bit of news, I'm not completely sure why we know this information, but this gal is making headlines.
Nicki Minaj?
Nope.
Cardi B.
Cardi B is right. And Cardi B telling everybody what she did on New Year's Eve, and that is having sex with Offset.
All right, that's nice.
Headline, Cardi B reveals she and Offset had sex after celebrating New Year's Eve together. However, they are not back together.
Oh, they had a backslide.
Yeah, she goes, was I clubbing with my baby daddy? Yes. Did I get D down on New Year's Eve? Yes. I needed D on New Year's Eve. Damn it, Celine's going to pull that, isn't he? I feel like we're vibing on New Year's Eve. We had a good time. Still, she claims they're not back together. They are, however, working on their issues and going to therapy. Their night of fun happened after Cardi B and Offset had, I guess, performed separately over at different hotels on New Year's Eve, and then bottles start a-popping, and then so did her pee.
You
So-
think that's a common day to sort of rekindle things with an ex? Like, people would do this on Valentine's Day. They'd be like, I don't have anybody for Valentine's Day. Neither do I. And then you get back together for
I don't have a
one
midnight.
night.
I don't have a midnight kiss,
Exactly.
or in her case, a midnight penis.
Right.
I just wonder why she shared it. But I guess, I also appreciate her transparency.
She doesn't have a big filter. She just lets it all right out there.
This gal right here also making the headlines.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly
Reba McEntire.
Parton is right. And she, as we all know, is a national treasure.
True.
Case in point, a Utah man named LeGrand Gold. Hell of a name.
Mm-hmm.
And also hell of a diagnosis because he has stage 4 colorectal cancer.
Yikes.
But just before the holidays, he was given 6 months to live. Double yikes. So he put together a bucket list, and meeting Dolly was on it. And while she couldn't be there in person, she did call him, and she even serenaded him with a few lines from I Will Always Love You. And then she tossed his nickname, LG, into the song. How great is that?
Aww.
Now, LeGrand Gold says, and I quote, and I have the quote. I'm going to say it first. She sang a song, put my name in the song. I feel like I'm immortal now. To that I say, no, you're not. You have stage 4 cancer.
Oh, boy, your bedside manner is not what it used to be.
I'm just saying, that's just a strange line. But the very nice of Dolly, LeGrand Gold.
This is why you didn't get that Make-A-Wish job.
What are you
were,
talking about?
Listen, kid.
I will sing to you, but also tell you the hard truth.
Smoking
That's
a
it.
cigarette next to him.
I feel like I could do anything. Well, not anything.
There's some things.
All right, we have a lot of albums that are turning old, just like Sean is, in just a couple of months. And with that, I share with you some of the highlights. Now, these are all albums that came out in 1974. That includes the self-titled album from Kiss and Rush, Bad Company, Kansas. David Bowie's Diamond Dogs turns 50 this year.
a great
Deep
album.
Purple, their Burn album. How about Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark?
Oh, yeah.
And this gal's album turning 50 years old. Yee-haw! It
that
rhymes.
Is
Linda
Wait.
Ronstadt?
That is correct.
damn nice, Fritz.
Heart Like a Wheel. This song, I don't believe was on that album. It turns out, if a song is over 50 years old, it probably isn't in our system. So take that. I feel immortal
Ageist.
now, unlike LeGrand. On the boob, too. I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. aren't
You
I?
might get an email or two.
I do apologize. My email is tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Oh, here's, do I have time for one more? Because
Sure.
This kind of blew my mind. Things may age, but for some reason, this song continues to get billions of views on YouTube. Before I play it, do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
No, Baby Shark thing or something?
Party Like It's 2012, and it has now hit 5 billion views on YouTube.
Jeez.
2012.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it, yeah, Gangnam Style.
Oh, yeah.
How is it still getting views? Who's still going to
I don't
YouTube to
know.
watch it? But yeah, apparently Gundam Style hits 5 billion views on YouTube 11 years after its initial release. So
I wonder if
for
the
Psy.
person who's still watching it is like 11 years behind on all the other trends.
have you heard this song?
Like
It's wild.
they're about to start planking pretty soon, and then they'll get into owling, and they'll go
What
through
was
all.
owling again?
It just like stand on a desk like
Oh.
an owl. It's a weird time.
We should bring it back. On the Boob Tube, The Price is Right at night on CBS. Third season premiere of I Can See Your Voice on Fox. Series premiere of We Are Family on Fox. And the series finale of Magnum P.I. Not so immortal, are ya, Magnum? Everyone's on repeat as far as late night. And you follow your dreams on me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Quick break. We're back with Fritz on the Street. Now's the time to get our attention because we play for you. If we win, you win. You get your hands on the Fritz on the Street magnet. Right now's the time. Get our attention, and we'll select somebody to fight for. That's coming up next. Fritz on the Street. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Crash on Apopka Vineland Road southbound before I-4 at Hotel Plaza Boulevard with impossible road blockage. Also a crash with road blockage, Champions Gate Boulevard eastbound after Legends Boulevard at South Goodman Road. And still working a crash on 1792 northbound between Pleasant Hill Road and John Young Parkway. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop the closeout event now at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, get an extra 20% off in-store clearance appliances. Valid 12/28/23 through 1/3/24. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Night fans, tune into Big 12 Now or ESPN Plus on Wednesday, January 3rd to see UCF women's basketball take on Oklahoma State at 6 p.m. or get your tickets now at UCFnights.com. That's UCFnights.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Welcome back. All right, Jimmy, our Army veteran, for $400. Are you ready to answer the next question?
Actually, I'm good.
Huh?
Well, I already earn and save $473 a year on average with Navy Federal Credit Union. So, yeah.
All members of the armed forces, all veterans, and their families can earn and save more every year with a Navy Federal membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Dollar value based on the 2022 Navy Federal Member Give Back Study.
Happy New Year from Tools Ace Hardware. You know, it's a great time to think about bringing something new to the backyard. Thankfully, Tools Ace Hardware carries the best brands and grills from Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Napoleon. And they also have pizza ovens from Uni and Gosney. Plus, you want to make sure everyone has a place to sit. Do that with outdoor furniture from Pollywood. Plus, get free assembly and delivery when you shop in-store at any of the Tools Ace Hardware's 12 convenient Central Florida locations or when you shop online at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE?
The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Of radio in just a moment. Here's how this works, though, friends. We are going to fight for one of you. Each of us shall pick a person, and if we win in Fritz on the Street, you win the very rare, ultra rare Fritz on the Street magnet designed by Fritz himself. I have chosen Keith from Facebook. Keith from Facebook is who I'm representing at Fritz on the Street. What about you, Sabrina?
Well, he hit me up on Instagram about 50 times last year, and 20 minutes ago, I'm going to go with Jeffy C.
All right, Jeffy C on Instagram. And what about you, C Lane?
I am going to the texting service right after I turn my mic on, like a professional.
Okay. There was an odd pause there.
And I'm going to go with John L., who is celebrating his 40th birthday today. John L.
Birthday.
All right, here we go. Keith, Jeffy, and John L., get ready because we're about to battle it out. Fritz, are you ready?
You bet your scrote.
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean. Hello, C-Lane.
Yay!
Welcome to 2024 Fritz on the Street.
It's my year.
Sponsored, as always, by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. That number, 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO. In first place with 0 points, we have Christopher Lane.
Still in first.
In second place with 0 points, we have Sean Wasson.
All right.
And in third place with 0 points, we have Sabrina Amber.
Why am I in third place?
Well, that's how we wrapped up last year.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? Anybody's got a shot at this. The scoreboard is wide open for 2024.
New year,
That
new
is
me.
correct. If you think you know it, chime in. 8 questions, as always, 4 current event questions and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. I didn't do trivia last night just because man, these holidays were so just run and gun.
Cray.
Run and gun, and I needed one more day to get some stuff done.
So he
run
just
and
answered.
gun and get the stuff done.
Yeah, run and gun, get the stuff done.
He answered all of these by himself, just different voices.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is correct.
awesome.
I did phoners last night. I texted about 30 people, and then this morning had 25 text messages
Wow.
from people like, sorry, I passed out early. Do you still need me? And I was like, yes, please. Please call.
All right. Okay, so these are freshies then.
These are
Fresh.
freshies. Yep.
Fresh to death.
So if you think you know, chime in for that bonus point. Question number 1. Colorado being the first, which U.S. state became the second to uphold the legality of the Sean?
Maine.
Maine is correct.
Wow.
Yes.
Sean is the first one on the board. Colorado being the first, which U.S. state became the second to uphold the legality of the 14th Amendment? Sean, you got that right. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Maine?
This is a whole Trump on the ballot thing. I think 3.
3.
I will go with. Is anyone hammered? No, it was this morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably
I'll go
yes.
with
4 for Sabrina.
I'm going with 2.
And 2 for C-Lane. Question number 1 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. Let's see. Oh, I got
Which
this muted.
U.S. state became the second to uphold the legality of the 14th Amendment?
I believe it was New Hampshire.
Maine.
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 Is it Maine?
No!
California.
That would be 5. That means
Yeah,
Sabrina,
but-
with your guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
Okay.
I don't know who said this, but you're right. We do have to factor this in. There's a lot of sober people answering these questions.
Yep.
That is a game changer right here. All right.
Maybe they haven't cracked open that newspaper yet. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Question number 2. What is the name of the NFL's All-Star Exhibition game? Sabrina?
That is called one of my favorite games. That's going to be the All-Star game.
That is incorrect. C-Lane?
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl is correct.
Damn it.
Damn it.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the Pro Bowl?
I'm going to go 8.
8.
7.
8?
7 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
One dodo.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ooh,
Only need
that
one
means
dodo.
someone's picking it up and picking up 2 points. Let's see who.
What is the name of the NFL's All-Star Exhibition game?
Oh, Pro Bowl. We always watch it. I mean, the All-Star game. I don't know.
Listen, you know I don't know sports.
Damn it.
Oh, the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl?
The Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl?
That would be 6. So Sean is picking up 2 points on that one. And Sabrina with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. We move on now to question number 3. Recently, a version of which beloved character entered the... Sabrina?
Steamboat Willie.
That is correct.
Oh, boy.
Sabrina is picking that one up. Recently, a version of which beloved character entered the public domain? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Mickey Mouse or Steamboat Willie?
Oh, I'm going to go with 8.
8.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 3 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Come on.
Oh, boy.
Recently, a version of which beloved character entered the public domain?
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse.
Oh, my God, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, but the original one. Mickey Mouse.
That would be 7. So C-Lane is picking up 2 points, and Sabrina and Sean with your guesses of 8 and 6, each picking up 1 point. Question number 4 is upcoming. That's a halfway point on Fritz for the Street. I'm going to change the name of the game. After question 4, I'll tell you who is leading on the day. Question 4 goes like this. In what U.S. state is Dulles International Airport located? C-Lane?
Dulles.
The big D.
Dulles.
That's what they call it.
Dulles.
Dulles.
Washington?
That is incorrect.
Sabrina. Dulles. That is Vermont.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Sean?
Dallas?
Which state?
Oh, which state? Texas.
That is incorrect. That would be Virginia.
Oh,
Dulles is
it's the
Washington.
Washington, D.C. airport, though.
Damn it, that's why.
See, that's what threw me. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the Washington, D.C. airport. There's 2 of them.
Yep. Sabrina, you got question 3 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Virginia?
I will go with 5.
5.
6.
6 for Sean.
4.
And 4 for C-Lane. Question 4.
Spreading that out, guys.
With answers of 4, 5, and 6.
In what U.S. state is Dulles International Airport located?
Dulles. Dulles is in is it Missouri?
Virginia.
Maryland. DC. Virginia? Maryland.
With my tongue. No.
Texas?
Virginia.
That would be 3. That means
Nice.
C-Lane, with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
That lady, just like me, picked Dallas because it sounds like Dulles.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
All right.
As I was looking at this question, I was like, that's in Texas, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, I was way off.
Isn't
All
it
right.
like Love Airfield or something? What's the Dallas airport? Just in case.
Love Field.
Love Field? All right. If we're screwing that up, we were going to get lots of hate mail from Dallas.
We love you, though. We
With
love you.
4 up and 4 to go in first place, we have a tie all the way around the board with 4 points each. C-Lane / John L., Sean Wasson / Keith, and Sabrina Ambra / Jeffy C. all in first place.
Anybody's game.
Yeah, we've never had that before. We have 4 remaining. Going on now to question number 5. On Tuesday, an airplane with over... Sabrina?
Oh, my gosh. That was in Thailand.
C-Lane.
That is
Sean.
incorrect. C-Lane.
Japan.
Japan is correct. Nicely done.
Close.
Full question on Tuesday. An airplane with over 300 on board ignited after colliding with another plane in which country? C-Lane, you got that right. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Japan?
I want to go with 6.
6.
Real quick, Dallas-Fort Worth is one of the airports, and then Love Field is another one. So we cleared that up. I'm going to say 4.
4 for Sean.
You said 6, Eli?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a crazy one out here and do 5.
5 for Sabrina.
All right.
Question 5 with answers of 4, 5, and 6.
On Tuesday, an airplane with over 300 on board ignited after colliding with another plane in which country?
Japan.
I don't know.
I don't know. Spain?
Israel.
I'm just going to take a wild guess. Okay, so Japan.
Yeah.
Japan!
Yeah, nothing. I don't know.
Was it China?
Is it Japan?
Japan! That would be 3. So Sean with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
Yeah.
3 remaining now. Question 6. Let's talk Spanish.
Ooh.
Mano a mano translates
C-Lane.
to what?
Sean.
C-Lane.
Man to man.
That is incorrect.
Sabrina. Hand in hand.
Sean.
Hand to hand.
That is incorrect. Sean.
1 versus 1.
That is incorrect. That would be hand to hand. Hand to hand. C-Lane, you got...
I mean, that is
You said hand in hand.
hand to hand. Hand to hand.
Let's go back
to
to
the
the
tape.
Hand-to-hand combat. But hand-in-hand combat is not the same thing.
C-Lane, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said hand to hand?
3.
3.
5.
5 for Sabrina.
2.
And 2 for Sean. Question 6 with answers of 2, 3, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding,
Come
ding.
on.
Someone knows that Espanol?
Mano a mano translates to what? Man to man?
Hand to hand.
Man on man.
Man to man.
Man on man.
Guys.
Hand to hand.
Is that hand to hand? Man a man. Man on man.
That would be 3.
Guys,
Oh, my
I
God.
think mon-o. Do you
I
just
just
add
realized-
an O to the English word and that's Spanish?
I said 1, and I know uno is the word for 1. What the hell?
Uno.
God almighty.
Let's see. I got to make sure that I'm adding these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yes. So that means C-Lane with a guess of 3 picking up 2 points, and Sean with a guess of 2 picking up 1 point. That was a shocker to me. First one of the year. Question 7.
Oh, Shaco.
Question 7. During a trip to Busan, an opposition leader from which country
Sabrina.
was stabbed? Sabrina.
That would be Portugal.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean?
South Korea.
South Korea is correct.
And I'm back in 2023.
Sean, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I can't believe that guy didn't die, actually.
Right.
There's a huge crowd of people around this politician who almost won their last election, and somebody walks right up to him and just jabs a thing in his neck, just right in front of everybody. It was crazy.
Yeah. So, Sean, you got that right. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said South Korea?
4.
4.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
Should I do it? 3.
Do it.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 7 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows they're knife-wielding maniacs?
During a trip to Busan, an opposition leader from which country was stabbed in the neck?
Russia.
Oh, South Korea.
Israel.
It's South Korea.
Jerusalem.
Oh my God. Where have I been? I think it's South Korea.
Don't know.
That would be 3. So C-Lane is picking up 2 points. Sabrina and Sean with your guess of 2 and 4, each picking up 1 point. That means we move on to question number 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 9 points, that would be C-Lane/John L.
Nice.
In second place with 8 points, we have Sean/Keith. And in third place with 5 points, we have Sabrina/Jeffy C. Moving on now to question number 8. What is the capital of Minnesota?
C-Lane.
Sabrina. C-Lane.
St. Paul.
St. Paul is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said St. Paul?
I would say that 6 people know St. Paul.
6.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean.
I don't know.
Question.
I don't know.
your eyes after you committed to 4 were
I let one word come out of my mouth, and I was like, whatever number it is, that's what we're going to go with.
Question 8 with answers of 4, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who is picking up 2 points?
What is the capital of Minnesota?
St. Paul? St. Paul.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it Duluth?
Minneapolis?
John.
St. Paul.
Come
St.
on.
Paul.
Come on.
That would be 4. That means Sean is picking up 2 points. And we have a tie for the first ever Fritz on the Street in 2024. In first place with 10 points each, we have Sean/Keith and C-Lane/John L. Congratulations.
Nice.
And in third place with 5 points, we have Sabrina/Jeffy C. So the leaderboard in first place, C-Lane with 10 points, Sean Wasson with 10 points, and in third place with 5 points, Sabrina Ambra. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thanks, Fritzy.
Look at him go, folks. He's the best of the best, and we're back for 2024 with more Fritz on the Street as per usual.
Oh, yeah.
Follow Fritz. Go over to his Instagram. It's no_regrets_coyote. No_regrets_coyote is his Instagram. And if you go over there, you'll be able to keep on top of things for when you can play trivia and actually get on Fritz on the Street. Fritz, you going to hang out with us?
I would love to.
All right, we're back with him and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
On the next Jim Colbert Show, your chance to see the Orlando Magic take on the Atlanta Hawks in a suite at the Kia Center. Later today on the Jim Colbert Show.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The only major incident is still the closure of the westbound beach line at exit 18. Traffic is being diverted on exit 19. Going to be this way for some time to come. Really, the rest of I-4 now just for the typical slowdowns like before US 27 to well after 429. Looking pretty good as it gets past the downtown area and out to Winter Park and Altamont Springs. And 528 and 192 to the East Coast looking good. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Mecum Auctions. Experience Mecum Kissimmee 2024, the world's largest collector car auction, now through Sunday, January 14th, with 4,000 collector cars for auction, food, exhibitors, live entertainment, and the Dodge Thrill Ride. Your Mecum experience begins at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first, today.
Hosted by true crime author and killer storyteller Mary Kay McBrayer, the new podcast, The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told, delivers riveting narratives about killers, scammers, journalists, and Avengers. Drawing from years of research, this podcast redefines true crime, breaking free from stereotypes.
She provided investigators in Mountain City, Tennessee, with exactly the evidence they needed to take 4 murderers to court.
Listen to The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Gather your loved ones. Round up your friends. The all-new Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. Non-stop, all-out fun for everyone. Be amazed by superhuman performers attempting daring feats. Laugh out loud and move and groove to the rhythms of the world. Take your family on an unforgettable journey, all at the greatest show on earth. Tickets on sale now. Coming to the Amway Center January 12th through 15th. Visit ringling.com for show details.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the number one audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. Now you can buy 2 windows and get the third absolutely free.
Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS or visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassy's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassy's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 70s Rock Ride, Pink Floyd, Eagles, Van Halen, Tom Petty, Zeppelin, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search 70s Rock Ride, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to
Winners of Fritz on the Street, please email tips@thenewsjunkie.com with your name and address, and I'll put those in the pile. I've got a huge pile of magnets from the end of last year that I got to send out, so I'm thinking probably this weekend I can get caught up on that, and yours will go out with it. So if you're owed something, just be patient. It's happening real soon, I promise. And what happens is I print them all out, and it stacks up on my desk, and I go, all of these magnets for Game of Magnets have to be sent out. I think I might have 40 or something, 50 maybe stacked up right now. It's a whole bunch. C-Lane, these keep turning into news stories here because people are just totally confused by this phenomenon. But there was a video that went viral over the weekend, and I'd seen this on my timeline as well.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
All the people who aren't in this world that C-Lane is very much in, all the people who aren't in that world do not understand this in the slightest. You have any idea what I'm talking about? What was on this video?
The world that I am in.
Dave Matthews cover bands.
Neither one of those. Not Moons, not Dave Matthews.
Drones? Okay. Is this for real? Like,
yes.
It's
yes.
a world where you are not like faking.
Yes.
C-Lane. So
and
the world.
C-Lane, with drones, C-Lane only has one drone in his house.
Is it little people?
No. He doesn't have any little people. Like, he technically has a little person in his house. No, it's not little people.
Is it something nerdy like technology? Raspberry World.
Oh, Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry World.
I know.
What? I don't know what. It's a little computer. Put all the things in it.
I know when I say this, you might go, well, C-Lane has a number of things that he has several of. Like he's known to have 3 or 4 or 5 refrigerators or something.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's got a collection. That's not it, though. He's got even more of this thing in his house.
Guitars?
More than guitars.
Flashlights.
Oh, my God.
This might be the one item you have the
Christmas
most
trees.
of.
Oh,
Nope.
MacBooks.
Not Christmas trees, not MacBooks.
I got nothing.
Oh, man, and I don't think most of them are yours.
Crusty socks.
Most of them, I believe, are your wives.
Stanley Cups?
That's it. I knew you'd get it eventually. The phenomenon of people obsessed with these Stanley Cups,
Dude,
not as in NHL.
When we bring those in public, there's inevitably some girl that works somewhere that goes, "Oh, I love my Stanley."
What is that? The one with the the straw and the handle?
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's they're big, and they're not like right now. I see a lot of people bringing these water bottles around that are. It's like a cup, and the outside is made of like all these little crystals, and it's sharp. I don't know why anybody wants one.
Oh, for defense.
It's like sharp when you grab it because of the material that's on the outside. They look kind of cool, but I don't know, those are bad. But these Stanley ones, there was a video of, I believe it was a Target, and they had just gotten a new shipment of these special red Stanley cups that you can drink out of, and people ran at it like Tickle Me Elmo mania, and they're diving all over each other, and they're grabbing every last Stanley cup out of the thing that they're like loaded into. And people are so confused as to what's happening here.
My wife
getting another story.
My wife bought herself she's like, look at my Christmas Stanley. I had to get it because it's a Christmas Stanley. It is white, and it has like a little leaf on it, just a little.
That's it.
I'm like, this does not scream Christmas. It came with like the straws looked like candy canes. There's that, but I'm like, this is not really screaming Christmas at me. And then she got a Stanley for Christmas that was like customized for her, like laser engraved. That's really nice. So, I mean,
what's the hype? I mean, does it keep drinks really cold for a long time, or it's just the aesthetic?
It's like a Yeti with a really sturdy handle on it, and I don't know.
For the record, they are not cheap.
No, I got one for my sister. I don't know if that was an official Stanley Cup because I had just. I saw the big cup and I got it. It said, howdy, howdy, howdy. And she's not a country lover by any means, but
I keep thinking of the actual trophy.
Yeah.
They
should make a Stanley Cup.
It's very confusing. This is a 40-ounce Stanley Cup, not like the hockey one that you get. C-Lane, what would your guesstimate be? How many of those Stanley Cup drink things are underneath your roof right now?
At least 15.
See, I told you. I knew it was one of the things you had the most of under your roof, because people are, especially younger people, are nuts for these right now. And there's nothing but super particular about them. Like, there's a lot of other water bottles that do the same exact thing. There's a lot of other water bottles that look exactly like it. But the phenomenon of everybody having a water bottle has spread all over the place. And now it's about which one you have. And those are ones that have built up like a fan base. It says everybody is still obsessed with giant Stanley Cups. And I saw the video of people just going nuts to try to gobble up as many as they possibly could.
I mean, if you look right now, if you look for the Stanley Cup on Amazon, they have a bunch of them. The first one doesn't count because it's got a weird handle, and that's not really the one you want. But what you're looking for is the 40-ounce H2.0 Flow State Tumbler is what it's officially called. And the pricing on these things is anywhere from 64 to 74, 70
for a damn cup.
78. The 64 one is the 30 ounce, so that one doesn't count. 74, 78, $89.99 for the pink dust one. 71 for one. I think I already got her. $69 for the purple or lavender one.
Is she using a different cup for each day, or you just have a cabinet full of cups that are untouched?
Oh, we have a cabinet full of cups.
I think it's almost like it's used like coffee mugs. So, yeah, of course you have your one that you like. But unlike me, I use this Dodo bottle over here every single day. And it's great. It costs
clean
me
that bad boy.
About once a month.
Probably moldy a little bit inside.
No, it's good. I clean it because I use it all the time. I clean it about once a month now.
I gave up.
This one.
I'm back to plastic. Sorry, turtles.
Oh, yeah. Well, not that many turtles actually died. We were too sensitive about that, I think. But 15 is a lot. That's I'm running the numbers on that in my head. And I think it's like coffee mugs. It's like, I can't bring the same Stanley every day. What are you talking about? I don't want to be, that's too much. So people are just sending them some money. Also, another thing that people are doing as of the new year, according to the Metro, this says people are resetting their virginity on New Year's Day. Super easy to do. You could just say it and bam, it's done.
Control-Alt-Delete that thing?
Yeah, you get rid of all your sexual history. Because all this stuff is really made up. And they said, and what is perhaps the most surprising trend of the new year so far, which unfortunately doesn't have anything to do with the classic Madonna song. I get it. Dang. Social media users are declaring that when the clock struck midnight, they became virgins again. Even rapper Lil Nas X was in on it. It's 2024, meaning all of our body counts have been reset to zero.
Body counts.
It said.
Does that mean when you go to make love to somebody in the new year, you're like, I'm a virgin. I've never done this before.
Be easy with me. I might not know my way around this. Somebody else says, who else woke up a virgin? This is from Huge Ass on Twitter. It's a new year. Body count back at zero, ladies. A lot of people who are jumping in on this. It's all made up anyways, but they said a lot of people are starting the year with new virginity.
I wouldn't call it virginity. You just call you're whatever. I guess
none of your business.
Resetting your count for the year seems like, okay, are you hooking up that much if you need to reset the count for the year?
I don't know if this sounds good or bad, but every time I hear one of these cringe conversations about body count, I go, I'm amazed that all these people know exactly how many people they had sex with.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Maybe the other, younger generations started writing it down, or there's like some sort of app you can keep tally.
Like in the Notes app, do they have a note where they write down each person? Okay, here's my list. I have no idea. And I know that sounds really lame because it seems like a humble brag. Like, can't even count up. It's not that at all. I just literally, there's so many things that I don't remember, I don't know. It sounds bad too.
A really long time ago, though. I mean,
yeah.
There was I think in college, like my freshman year or sophomore year of college, I actually wrote down everyone that I had hooked up with or something. Yeah. And I don't know where that list is now. And I could not tell you, there are some people I'm like, Ale House guy.
That's all it said.
Part of there's many times, and for good reason, that you don't remember, and that's it.
Yeah.
You just go get your yearly exam. And
I wonder how Ale House guy's doing.
Yeah. He's now the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. How about that?
Oh, man. What could have been?
So you're still friends with Ale House guy?
Yeah, but he just goes by Ale House guy. He's actually CEO of Ale House.
The only other person like that I remember was, oh, God. Was she Van Girl that you were looking for a while?
Van Girl.
So you got Ale House guy and Van Girl.
You don't even have a van.
What was it? Wasn't there okay,
it was a dispatch.
Are you talking about me, Van?
No, it was a dispatch.
No, there was somebody that you had met with, and you were like,
is this a conversation we had on the air?
Yeah.
Yes. And you said afterwards, you're like, in case you're out there anywhere, I thought the thing about her was that she had a van.
I think you met her at a metal show.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. This is my body count sucks.
Was this like Sabrina's misconnection on Craigslist?
I don't remember. This was a very long time ago.
To Van Girl.
Exactly. Yes, that's how it went down. And I don't know if it was Van Girl, but muddied the waters with Van Girl.
It was sometime last year.
Maserati Girl.
No, Maserati Girl and Van Girl sound very different.
Yeah, I really don't remember.
Yeah, it was like you
feel like
made a
more.
connection.
Not that great of a connection.
I don't think that this was like anything sexual had occurred. I think it was
I
more
just
just
toured
like,
the van and I was like, we should see where this goes. Great van.
I don't even know if a van was involved. I've
Okay.
thrown the van into the mix, but there was somebody, and you're like, there was some fact about her. Somebody saying she met her at a concert.
Yeah.
And somebody
That's
saying
what
she lived in a van and they hit it off.
Y'all. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting a flashback. But let's keep it in the past. How about that?
All right, yeah, that's fine.
I'm very happily taken with someone who lives in an apartment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an upgrade. That
Move
sounds like
over,
a big
wheels.
upgrade. Take that.
But thank you
okay.
guys for remembering my
Can't drive
personal
that
life.
apartment at Taco Bell, though.
No, you
Oh,
can't.
my God. We are way behind.
We're going to get in so much
Let's
trouble
take-
with Jack.
Wait, no, we're not. We're not behind. We're good, right? Yeah. We're good. We're good. I thought we were way behind. Let's do a
Ooh,
couple
and
of
we're
dispatches.
behind now.
This goes back and forth real quick. Oh, I did look up earlier. So we were talking about this changing your eye color, the surgery to do it. And I wanted to find out because somebody said this is insanely risky and dangerous. And most people that get this surgery go blind.
Wasn't really a metric, but yes, the thing that stuck out to me was like most people who have gotten this surgery have gone blind, and then it's like, well, how many people is that? I want to know, like, how many have we gotten through and still not gone? We should stop doing this.
Yeah, so if you missed this it's up on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com, so you can see what I'm talking about. And this woman shows her eyes, and then she has this procedure done, which is called iris implant surgery. And afterwards, she shows her eyes, and they look very different. And I think Fritz was the one who said it's like there's an uncanny valley type thing going on here, where it looks bizarre. Check it out on thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. And the person that responded, and I knew so many young women were going to see this on like TikTok and Instagram and say, "Ooh, I want to get that done. I could have these beautiful blue eyes," or whatever they would be searching for. And it's supposed to be dangerous. So in researching this, there's a couple of things. There's one thing that you can get done where they inject dye into your eyeball. They inject dye into your eye, and it can change the color of your pupil.
Yeah, I've seen that done with the sclera, the white part.
Yep. Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. And I guess that has been done a lot and is much more common and isn't as dangerous, but it's not as shocking of a result as when you get the iris implant done.
You know what else happens when you get a bone marrow transplant?
Mm-hmm.
They have said that some of the patients, if your donor had curly hair or very light eyes, your hair would start to curl and your eyes would get lighter.
Well, in this case, I don't think this is coming
Little
from
fun
a
fact for you.
person, is it? Are these coming from a cadaver? A person who's alive?
What, bone
I think
marrow?
no, the iris implants. So it says iris implants are
Those
marketed
are
on the
dead
internet
eyes.
as a safe way to change your eye color, but studies of people who have had the procedure show it can be seriously dangerous and damage your eyes and vision. In one case, a patient lost most of her natural irises in both eyes. Now, there is a reason for this to be done. Here's what it can do. I got like a little snapshot in front of me. You can see the top is the before and the bottom is the after. Now, there are some people who have various eye diseases where the cornea or the iris of your eye actually turns completely red and it just stays that way, or it gets really faded out because you have some kind of disease. And this is a way for them to like make them look vibrant again and make your eyes look like you want them to.
The one
for
on the
people
left
who
is
have that
pretty
issue.
cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good outcome, right? Like they look pretty impressive actually. But it's supposed to be saved for people. This is the right here. This is the Corrado pigmentation. I think I'm saying that right, but maybe I'm not.
Corrado.
They call it Corrado, Kerato, or Corrado pigmentation. That's the injecting the color in your eye. The iris implants that the lady did in the viral video, very, very dangerous. Some online discussions say the procedure is safe, claiming the technology used is similar to that of what they use to treat cataracts. This is inaccurate as well as misleading, says an ophthalmologist, James Tsai, MD. He says, we strongly caution people against having cosmetic iris implant surgery. So those warnings should be heeded. Dangerous stuff if you see that and start getting excited about changing your eye color. All right, quick break. When we come back, jury duty. Plus, we already got trouble with Steamboat Willie. What happened? How did Steamboat Willie get milkshake ducked this fast? It's kind of astounding, but it is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports.
The Magic will try to get back into the win column tonight. They visit Sacramento. Orlando's dropped 2 in a row after their loss to Golden State. To the college hardwood, Florida State will host Georgia Tech. Seminoles coming off an upset loss to Lipscomb last week. And Grambling recorded the largest margin of victory in Division I women's basketball history last night, steamrolling the College of Biblical Studies by 141 points. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Visit ForThePeople.com for an office near you.
Mecum Auctions. The world's largest collector car auction returns to Kissimmee, Florida, January 2nd to the 14th at Osceola Heritage Park. Featuring 4,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
You made it through the holidays. Now it's time to figure out if that constant sniffle is a cold or allergies. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. I know, you're busy. Who has time to get an allergy test and go in for weekly allergy shots? At Aspire, we make it easy by providing same-day results and a treatment plan tailored just for you. Forget the over-the-counter meds. Aspire has solutions that actually work, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
At Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance, you can save up to 60% on select mattresses. Plus, score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Here's to better sleep in 2024. The right mattress matters, and Mattress Firm will find yours.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
The stories grabbing our attention out there. Plus, Steamboat Willie is already in trouble. Steamboat Willie, just a couple of days out in the free world, copyright, and
He gets
is
busted
now
for meth.
public domain for 3 days, and then all hell breaks loose. So we'll see what's happening with that. Real quick, I heard it in our sports update, which I'm always paying attention to.
Surprised you just heard it because I got that as soon as I woke up. Big sports update for the day.
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit behind on this.
Shame.
You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sports shame.
I also saw our old friend D Royale had tweeted about this, and I said, why were these two teams playing each other? Why was that a thing? You had Grambling, which is a university, and they have a women's basketball team that I guess is fairly good. And they were playing Biblical Studies, another team.
Party school.
Grambling won. Grambling won by a decent margin. This is like the last 45 seconds or so, I think, of the game right here. All right, you hear him out there?
Ambassador's ball. See the score down there.
See, the score is 159-18 is the score in this game, which, I mean, at that point, God, that must hurt your feelings to look at that score.
I feel like maybe one of the teams gave up, right? At some point.
Oh, they
maybe
had to.
First quarter.
All right, this is 15 seconds left. All right, that's the
First
end.
half.
All right, the final. Here's the final right here. It was 159-18.
Oh, man, I didn't even see the outcome. I bet a lot of money on this game.
Sorry, I hope you bet on Grambling.
I did not.
Oh, no.
Look at that. Even the audience left. There's 5 people in this screenshot.
Yeah, a bit of a blah. And they were like, we were just excited to play. We had no thoughts that we were going to win this game. The one star player on Grambling got so many points. I think she got double the points of the opposing team.
Wow.
The star player is just like, holy cow.
Maybe stick to the Bible and release the basketball.
Yeah, if there was a Bible competition, it would have been a better turnout for them.
It would have been a bloodbath.
This was not as good. All right, let's get into it. Well, before we do jury duty, let's do the Steamboat Willie story very quickly, because the moment Steamboat Willie wandered out into the area of public domain, meaning that you could use it and not get in trouble from Disney's attorneys, we learned that there was a horror movie on the way. There was a horror video game on the way. There was all sorts of things where they were going to use Mickey.
Oh, yeah, like a first-person shooter.
Yep.
And one of them is now being milkshake ducked because they said our game's going to be called Infestation 88.
Yes, I mentioned that one yesterday. And what was wrong with what they did?
Well, the number 88 is associated with...
Heil Hitler.
Yeah, because H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, and 88...
Wasn't 88 like a forbidden number in Jeopardy? Like it was like an unheard of rule, but that they secretly kind of tell you like you can't end your wagers in 88 or something like that.
I think you're right. I do vaguely recall that, and obviously
But they've had Nazi video games before. It can't be Steamboat Willie fighting the Nazis.
Well, I mean, if you go back to
Hell, Donald Duck joined the Nazis damn near.
Oh,
he did. Yeah, that was back in the war days. It got weird for a little while, but. When it comes to video games, oh God, what's the one I'm thinking of, Zealand? What's the
Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein. Thank you, Fritz. Wolfenstein is like a Nazi thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they've had this kind of
It's
stuff.
anti-Nazi, just to clarify.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. And so they just thought 88. It's one of those things where they go, it's better just to not have this stupid drama around this. And so they've changed it. Now it's called Infestation Origins.
Oh, why not just go with 89?
Vice and Kotaku, or however you say it, they were saying that, oh my God, it's a dog whistle. We can't have this. And so they said we've changed it to Infestation Origins, more of this Disney stuff. Well, I should say Steamboat Willie related stuff on the way. But I did see this great thread yesterday on X/Twitter.
Okay, because I saw one on Threads. It was a bunch of lawyers or people pretending to be lawyers saying, like, everyone is assuming that they could make whatever they want, but there's still some sort of trademark, and you can't make it look like Disney.
Well, I saw a couple people who had gotten copyright strikes on YouTube or demonetized on YouTube because they had done something with this, and they're like, hey, what the hell? And I looked at the dates of when they got the copyright hit, and it was December 31st. And it was like, you dope. You couldn't have waited the extra day. All you had to do, January 1st was when this actually changed over. And I don't know what's going to happen there. I think some of that might just be false positives on YouTube because they haven't straightened things out just yet. But the thread that I saw, it was a bunch of attorneys, and they go, all right, so you have, of course, this character, right? Steamboat Willie. But Steamboat Willie doesn't always have the little hat on, like the captain's hat or whatever, the boat hat. He takes that off, and he has ears just like Mickey Mouse. So you can use the ears, and you can use his body. And also, in one scene, he changes.
Can use his body.
Yeah, I bet you will.
He changes to color in one of the scenes. So you can do it in color. It doesn't just have to be black and white. And so it opens things up quite a bit. But Steamboat Willie doesn't look exactly like Mickey Mouse. It's a little
Disney's
difference.
so mad.
Oh, I'm sure they're not happy about this.
How do they not know?
They know for sure.
They just didn't have a
100% they
choice,
know.
right?
They have started to try to use it again, and the Disney thing that would go before Disney movies was that, the little Steamboat Willie song.
Yeah, that was a hum, breath, and whistle at the same time. That was very impressive.
I don't know how the song really goes. I was trying to, he's on the little thing. Yeah, he's on the steamboat doing his thing. And they started putting that before Disney movies. So I don't know. This is all going to be interesting to see it move forward. But there we go. They got rid of the Hitler thing. Good on them for that. Here goes nothing. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. There are lots of attorneys out there, but you want to make sure you're in good hands, or maybe somebody that you care about who gets into an accident or gets injured at work who's asking you, hey, what attorney should I go to? You want to take care of them? Tell them go over to Moses DeWitt, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. It's stunning to me how many of you have been in an accident, reached out to Mo, and then followed up with me saying, this was a great experience. It only took like a month. Everything's wrapped up. You got a check in your hand, and it's pretty great. And you deserve to be treated that way. So 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. It's getting weird out there to search for the adult stuff online. Some big changes happening. Of course, we know in Utah, Mississippi, Virginia, and Arkansas, you cannot access the website Pornhub. You cannot go there.
What about Hub Porn?
That probably works, but they shut down their website in those territories because there's different laws that require people to put in their ID information to prove that they're 18. Weird. Add 2 states to the list. It's now Utah, Mississippi, Virginia, Arkansas, Montana, and North Carolina. 2 new states where you can no longer access that adult website.
Okay, so you can't go to straightuppornhub.com.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very easy to do it with a proxy, right?
They're not blocking that website. The website is shutting itself down in those territories so that they don't run afoul of any kind of laws that are rolled out there.
I want to see, I'm only getting 2021 as the earliest, but I was trying to see what state, what were they looking for? Arkansas. That is, apparently, if I'm looking at the right state, is that Arkansas, the orange one
I can't see. The mic's in the way.
Pantyhose, apparently, was the top porn genre searched on Pornhub in Arkansas.
It's the green one above Louisiana.
Never mind moaning.
Moaning. Oh, they both seem a little bit buttoned up.
And the one that's a perfect square, huge boobs.
The one that pops. If it pops out, that's Wyoming.
Guys, I know all the surrounding states, but when it gets in the middle, I get very confused.
They're all the same.
Right. Okay.
That's why I'm in radio.
A quick break real quick.
That's why
and When we come back, we will get into your dispatches that are piling up right now. If you missed it earlier, we talked about Justo K8. We'll hit on that again when we come back. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your 30 seconds of airtime awaits. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Central Florida roadways are in pretty good shape right now. Just some typical slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between US 192 to after 535. Also, I-4 eastbound between the Beach Line and Universal Boulevard, but that's getting a little bit better. No major accidents at all. Looking at 192, looking pretty good. Also, 528 out to the Space Coast in good shape. No problems in either direction on the Turnpike. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I would like everybody to get heart smart for 2024. What does that mean? Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. Early detection is key to maintaining a healthy heart. In 2024, make it your resolution to get a scan before you have any symptoms. That's right. Early detection is incredible when it comes to heart disease and also cancer. It's a game changer in terms of treatment and outcomes. And so many people have been to Life Imaging FLA and found out they had heart blockage they didn't even know about. I found out I was clear and clean, which was great, and now I have peace of mind. Life Imaging FLA, you can get a free scan. All you got to do is pick up your phone, dial pound 250, and say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, and it really, really is worth it. So with your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you can get connected with them in seconds, and you're going to receive an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Get a scan if you can. Life Imaging FLA.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting?
But last night, Courtney and I were sitting down, and she goes, "Hey, you want to watch this movie?" And the movie's called Eileen. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about this, but
I've heard. Never mind. It's gonna be a stupid song joke.
you're going to say something about doing something on her, or
yeah.
No, it's not that. No, it's a movie called Eileen. Nothing to do with Dexy's Midnight Runners. Correct. Yeah, Points for Sean. done. Woof. Barely got that.
You're welcome.
But Anne Hathaway is in this movie, and there's a bunch of other people you might know, and lots of great acting and all that. But with in mind that we've had several stories in the last year or so about how subtitles have just taken off, and especially young people are using subtitles when they watch anything on television or Netflix or whatever.
Yes. I've jumped on that.
They keep the subtitles on, and I'm like, okay, that seems a little strange, whatever. But more and more I hear that people are doing this. And we're watching this movie, Eileen, last night, and I go, I don't think I've understood a single thing an actor has said in the last 15 minutes.
Thank you.
On this screen. And I said, and Courtney goes, you know what? I'm going to put the subtitles on for a little while. And we ended up putting them on because there's this thing that has been so prevalent, especially in movies. You're not going to find this in like a 21 Jump Street type movie. You're going to find this in like art house movies. You're going to find this in movies that are a little bit more artsy. There's this loose ass, very natural dialogue that they do where they don't emphasize or pronounce words like we might on the radio.
It's kind of
yeah, it's kind of like who was in the store. Like here's an example. Like what did the store and got some tomatoes, and then we went over to checked out and
like Roma or
it's just what
the heirlooms are on sale.
Yeah.
Exciting movie.
You listen to it and you go, I have no idea what those two people just said to each other. And that's because this style of acting is like, normal people don't talk like this. I went to grocery store, got big tomato. Don't take that, please.
Please take that.
That's gonna sound weird in the long run. And you don't talk like that. So the actors are right to say, we have to put a more natural affection on the way we deliver our lines. But they're doing it so much that even I can't understand what the hell they're saying.
Or you're getting old, Sean.
No, it's not this. I'm telling you. My ears are still relatively good, despite the fact that we abuse them with these headphones for 4 hours a day, every single damn day.
Do you use a sound bar on your TV?
Yes. Yeah. We have a sound bar on the TV.
Because I haven't decided on like if I'm going to keep the sound bar or just use the TV sound. But a lot of times, like they're starting to do this thing, and it really annoys filmmakers. The AI picture, try and enhance your picture with AI, and it's never good.
Right.
And I've tried my hardest to make sure there's like nothing like that on my television. But then the AI sound thing is doing a thing now too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it could be that like there exists a sound profile that's perfect for these mumble movies, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if anything like that could fix it. If it would, I would even try it. I think it's just in the actual recording of the audio itself. They just mumbled their way through everything. And if you see this movie, Eileen, again, is the name of it with Anne Hathaway, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's a cool, like, I think it's supposed to be, I don't know, in the 60s or something. It's like in the past. And all the characters smoking, and it's all kinds of different scenes that stand out. But all of the dialogue is like like a mush mouth, I guess. Is that how you say it?
Just makes you want to go, oh, come on, Eileen.
No, it's not that. We're not beginning and ending with that joke. We're going over the dispatches now.
Kind of just did.
Maybe we are. All right, here we go. Let's go over to you and see what's happening where you are. Joe says, got beat bad. Maybe he's talking about the basketball game.
When I was 15 years old, I played in a summer league in southern Michigan, and we were pretty good. But one Saturday, we showed up to a tournament, and this team comes out in full-on matching uniforms, matching shoes, everything. And we barely had the same color T-shirts. Well, the game started. Halftime was 53-0. End of the game was 101-13. That was the last game we ever played as a team.
Oh, they shut you down.
To find out, 3 of the players ended up going to the NBA, and they all went to a school outside of Detroit called Detroit Country Day, a very private, privileged school.
All right. I feel like there's a 50% chance that was a plot to some movie that I'm not aware of, but otherwise,
it very well could be.
If you beat a team in a sport and you cause that team to never play that sport again, that's a pretty big statement.
I'd rather learn earlier during the summer than the entire year that you're in school and you just continually get pummeled.
I've certainly been on teams before where we had what was it called, like the run rule in baseball,
mercy rule or whatever.
The mercy rule, yeah, that sounds worse too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mercy rule, and they go, all right, they're winning by too much. We have to shut the game down. And I remember being on teams where that happened. You go, ooh.
We had that in ping pong. There's like a rule in ping pong.
I'm sorry, you played in a ping pong team?
A professional ping pong team.
No, you just play ping pong.
You just did this with your friends, hanging out and stuff.
Yeah, but if you got to like 7, if it got to 7-0, I forget what we called it, but you win. No need to play the rest of the game.
You know what sport everybody's watching today? And in fact, there's a live stream with tons of people paying attention to this.
Not ping pong.
It's not ping pong. No,
it's close.
It's the world.
It's close because the same room that I played ping pong in had this.
The world of darts right now is getting a lot of attention. And the reason for this is a guy named Luke Littler. And this guy, he is 16 years old, and he's about to be in the World Darts Championship final.
He also looks like 27 years old.
He
and
does.
Lives at mom's house.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like those Puerto Rican baseball players that you find in the Little League World Series where you go, are Are you really the age that you're saying? Yeah, this kid looks a little old. He's not. They said they actually verified he's 16 years old, and he's going to be vying for the World Darts Championship.
I'm sure that we know a bunch of people who would sell this kid beer.
You think so? He just looks old
looked
enough?
at him, yeah.
Yeah. He said, it's crazy to even think I'm in the final on my debut. It's the first time he's been in the championship and the first time he's been in the challenge itself. He said, asked about the preparation for this final. He said, I'll be doing what I've been doing. In the morning, I'll go for my ham and cheese omelet and then come here, have a pizza, and then prep on the board. That's what I've done every day, he said.
Like another sport. Yeah. He's going to deal with some clogged arteries with that diet.
He's already made over $220,000, and the youngest person to do this before him was 21 back in 2008. He's just 16.
Okay, wait a second. Flag on the field here.
Oh, damn.
What happened? What's the flag for?
His girlfriend, who I guess her mom is like kind of snapping back at people who say she's just a gold digger.
Mm-hmm.
She's 21.
His girlfriend's 21?
Yep.
And he's 16?
Yep.
Statutory rape.
I guess not in
Maybe they just
England,
hold
right?
hands.
I guess in England that might be a passing. You're able to do that, but that seems if like I mean, there are some guys who would want to do that. But
Darts hero Luke Littler, 16, met girlfriend of 6 weeks, Eloise Milburn, while playing FIFA on Xbox, where they bonded over their love of the game.
So she talks to him online while he's playing the video game. This is why you can't let your kids on this stuff. All right, shut it down. The idea that your kid, if you're C-Lane before 16. Don't let Jackson on any of these video games where you can chat with other human beings. Don't let him on any of those.
You sound like a not fun dad.
No, because my son, Dylan, at one point was trying to run away to move to like Montana because he met this girl on PlayStation Live or whatever.
I thought they were trying to move into your house.
No, that was a different thing. There's always something. That was a different one. He's doing good right now, though. He's got something going on. But yeah, he met somebody on there, and it's like,
Grandpa? Is it you?
No. He was like,
can you imagine if the tarot reader?
We're in love. you wouldn't even know about this, Dad. This is like a truly special thing.
Oh my God, he took a shot at you?
I think
it
was a long time ago. He was only 15 or so, and he wanted to go to meet this girl that he had met on the internet playing these video games. And that's how this 16-year-old darts player met his 21-year-old girlfriend.
Back in our day, we just did ASL and hoped that they had a nice voice.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, now it's so plugged in. Like, Jackson's entire life is going to be spent on the internet. He's already, I'm sure, been on the internet. Like,
look at Sean trying to control how you parent.
I'm not trying to control how he parents.
Did you not just say, don't let Jackson play online games until he's 15?
It's called giving advice to somebody. I'm giving advice because I'm saying, look, here's something that happened in my life.
I suggest, or, but not don't let him. That sounds like a command to me. Sounds like grandpa stuff.
Who talks like that? C-Lane, may I suggest that Jackson, nobody speaks that way. I'm talking how people, C-Lane, Jackson shouldn't be going. That's how people talk. And this is the advice that I have to give. You can give up advice too. Unless C-Lane says he doesn't want any advice for parenting, then I'll stop.
I know exactly how people talk.
I went to grocery store, got big tomato.
That was a quick turnaround.
You son of a bitch. I'm saying all this stuff. I'm doling out parenting advice, and all C-Lane is waiting for is a line that works so he can segue into me saying the dumb thing.
Got big tomato.
That sounds like someone who didn't play online video games.
I'm telling you, it's weird. It's a weird world, and it's full of super mean people. Everybody who's doing that stuff. Awful, terrible people.
Because it's the whole thing, the texting service used to kind of be like this until they paid more attention or have gotten a little privy to how texting on your phone actually works. Seeing as there's a caller ID in play here. But the online gaming where you can talk to each other, they give these children like a sense of anonymity where they think there's no consequences for what they say.
Right.
Which there's a lot of racism. Maybe not actual racism, but just they use the words.
Yeah. And it makes me so worried for what the future looks like for a lot of these younger kids.
Like Jackson.
And, well, Jackson included, sure, yeah. I want him to have a good life. I hope
Sean's more worried about his future right now than I am.
Well, look, it's because he's probably got a couple of bones to pick with you on account of waking him up in the middle of the night.
Probably got a couple of bones loose after all that shaking and jiving that the bassinet's been doing.
There was something that I saw yesterday where I said, I've completely lost hope in the future. I've completely lost hope in parenting out there. I'll tell you what happened in just a moment. Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking good so far right now through downtown Orlando. No problems along I-4 or the express lanes. Altamont Springs is in good shape. No incidences on 436 or 434. And checking down south here a little bit now, 417 coming off of I-4, also in good shape. And the beach line all the way out to the Space Coast, looking good. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. At Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance, you can save up to 60% on select mattresses. Plus, score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Here's to better sleep in 2024. The right mattress matters, and Mattress Firm will find yours.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. The first person to answer this question correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your question. Who is the famous pop band that was called Kara's Flowers up until 2001? Who is the famous pop band that was called Kara's Flowers up until 2001? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm, and the first person to answer correctly wins a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's riddle, don't worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted Best Downtown Orlando Restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations, go to Maxine'sOnShine.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best riders tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 2nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Great Clips, Circle K, and your local Ford dealer. Visit monsterjam.com today.
Hey everyone, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. You know what? Let's get heart smart in 2024. Early detection is the key to maintaining a healthy heart. Everybody knows that. And in 2024, make it your resolution to proactively scan before there are symptoms. Early detection is key to a longer and healthier life. The testimonials I hear coming out of Life Imaging FLA and the ones I've personally experienced are mind-boggling. And these guys have been doing this in South Florida for many years. Let them help you make sure you are going to be around as long as possible. And remember, guys, you don't have to take your clothes off. There's no pain involved, no dyes injected. The entire thing only takes a few minutes. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Again, just a few minimum requirements, a $699 value. From your cell phone, call pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan and you'll be connected in seconds. And while you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. It's better to know now before it's too late. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Melissa Etheridge, I'm Not Broken Tour. April 11th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Melissa Etheridge in concert, I'm Not Broken Tour. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Ford, Chevy, Ram, and GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 3 months. Got a few bumps on your credit? Not a problem. Nations Trucks has 35 lenders willing to work with anyone. Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
I'm Sarah Kustok, NBA analyst for the Brooklyn Nets, and my podcast, NBA Pulse with Sarah Kustok, is back.
The Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
Every Monday and Friday, I'll be joined by a top NBA writer to discuss the biggest stories in the league. And we'll do it in about 15 minutes, so you can stay up to date and keep it moving. Check out NBA Pulse with Sarah Kustok on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Interview this Gypsy Rose Blanchard girl, and I'm here for that because it's no surprise really to anybody who is following along closely with this case, but she has exited prison incredibly horny. She is
But she got married.
She is, and she's really excited about being with this husband of hers, and she's fighting off the haters because she says there's some people who are like hating on her husband. And all the negative comments coming in about him, she just doesn't want it. She says, Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me.
Now do it in her voice.
Rose Blanchard. I can't do that voice.
Very high.
We do not owe anyone anything, she says. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. I love you, she said.
Oh.
The 32-year-old added, besides, they jealous because you're rocking my world every night.
Hey.
Yeah, I said
Gypsy.
it. The D is fire.
Oh.
Happy wife, happy life, she said. And then she said, who said I give a damn about what these jealous people say anyway? Ha ha. Now come and get it, baby. So she's she's into it, man.
I mean,
don't know
she
what's
was
going
a
on there.
horny gal around the time of the murder.
Yeah, she was. And have you seen the clip of Dr. Phil and her? I think it was Dr. Phil and her where they were talking about when she had sex at the movie theater.
Yes.
Okay.
At the movie theater.
Yeah. For those who haven't seen this,
Those are the bathroom.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is this girl. Her mother was doing the Munchausen by proxy thing where she made her think that she couldn't walk. She made her think that she was constantly dying, that she had various problems. They actually had to, they did surgeries on her for no reason whatsoever. His mother was a terrible person. And Gypsy Rose Blanchard had a boyfriend who was obsessed with her at the time. She convinced the boyfriend to kill her mother, stabbed her like 14 times or something when he killed her. 17 times, and he's in prison for life. She was just released after short of a decade, and now she's exploding onto the scene, and people are obsessed with this case and this story in her life. And when she was originally interviewed about this, Dr. Phil interviewed her, and they told a story that I guess came out in court where she and her boyfriend went with her mother to a movie, and she said she had to go to the bathroom, and her boyfriend said he was like going to get something at the concession stand. And they both went into the bathroom and they had sex with each other.
But they weren't sitting by each other. That was the thing. Because mom couldn't find out that they had met online. And then she was always with her mom. So she's like, I couldn't explain how we had known each other. So it was a kid's movie. And mom had specifically commented how it was creepy that guy was by himself with no kid with him.
Yeah. And they end up hooking up in this bathroom. And I go, okay, fine. Why is Dr. Phil asking her about this? And not just that he asked her about this, the way that he said it, he would go, let me give you the line of questioning that Dr. Phil was doing. He said, so then you and him were both in the movie theater? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, then what happened? And she goes, well, I went into the restroom in the handicap stall, and then he met me in there. And then Dr. Phil goes, and then what happened? And she goes, she says, like, well, we had sex. And he goes, all right, walk me through it. It's like, hold on, wait. At what point are you like, why? What does this matter to this story?
Dr. Phil, where are your hands currently?
Like, what did you do with your mouth? What did you do with your hand? Like, what are you doing? What are these questions that you're asking? It seems a little bit much, but Gypsy Rose Blanchard is out and on the loose right now. And not dying anymore. That's the best part about it for her.
No, so there she's living. I know.
Yeah. She's living and getting that D, and it's fire or whatever she said to defend her
Did
man.
you see all the people were getting tipsy for Gypsy?
No, what's that?
It was like New Year's Eve, like their goal and their hashtags were getting tipsy for Gypsy, and I was getting blacked out drunk because she was released from prison.
Well, what does she do now? Because she's famous, right?
She has a Lifetime movie coming out and a book.
A book is going to make her some money. That's a good one. A book is going to do well.
And she shows up on Cameo.
That's
big money.
Yeah,
I want that for my birthday.
Yeah, if she hasn't done that already, she should do that because she would get a lot of money off of that if she was doing Cameo. Do you think this is something that they would option her book and make a movie out of, or is it too dark for that?
I mean, that would be after the Lifetime movie and the series that came out about her. Remember The Act?
Oh, yeah.
The Hulu show.
So maybe it's too oversaturated. It's like when they did the 9/11 movie, and you go, "Hey, we all went through this. We
They did
understand
that
what's
in
going on
like
here."
2002, though.
Yeah.
It was way too soon. Flight 93 was like 2003.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And nobody was really into it because the timing just didn't make sense. A new type of lipper. Excuse me. Let me rewind back. A new type of liquor has just dropped. That doesn't happen very often, but it has now. Somebody has found out how to create a new type of liquor from maple sap, and they're calling it Ambrosia. That's the name of this.
Like my last name.
Not a great name.
Okay.
A family-run. Well, very split on the names there at HQ. One fan, one non-fan. A family-run distillery in West Virginia has revealed it has created a new type of liquor out of maple sap. Corny name. Man Cave Distilling.
Ew.
Outside Clarksburg came up with the idea after a chance conversation with delegates from Spruce Knob Maple at a trade fair. So they were talking back and forth about this.
It's the name sounds like something that somebody brings to Thanksgiving and nobody eats.
The Ambrosia? You haven't touched the Ambrosia at all?
No.
Maybe some people like to touch the Ambrosia.
It sounds like it could be good, though. It's alcohol made from maple sap. That could be good.
Very sweet off the bat.
It's
but maybe
110 proof. That's in line with like most alcohols, right? I would say.
That's pretty
high.
hefty.
It's
yeah.
pretty high.
Is
Could
it?
breathe fire
Okay.
with that.
110 proof. So they say it's one of these things that you're kind of asking, why wasn't this done before? I wanted to try to make a product from maple sap, not the maple syrup, but the actual sap from the tree. It's unrefined sap. It's a very interesting flavor, they said. And this is the first new liquor to hit the shelves in a very long time. You have all these different brands and like, tequila. So Rock has a new tequila. Everybody has all their tequilas. What's the hipster tequila that's going around now? I forgot. Damn it, man.
Like it's new?
Yeah, like all the young hipsters are drinking this new tequila.
They're all burning their mouths on it.
Yeah, and it's good.
Espolón?
No,
they
it's
drank
not
it before it was
Espolón. I love Espolón. I'm a big fan. I had not even heard of this stuff until I think I heard Josh talk about it. And whatever it is, it's very, very good. But this is a new type of liquor, not a new brand, not a new like company that's making the same old thing. Nobody had done this.
The smoky, right? It's got that smoky.
You talking about mezcal?
Mezcal? Is it that?
No. I'm talking about it's a brand. It's a brand of tequila that's out right now that all the younger people are drinking.
Is it 818?
I think it might be numbers.
Is it the
actually.
Is it the like the bottle you can't see through and you can use it as a bong later?
No, that's the fancy one. I know what you're talking about. That thing's cool. Those are very expensive, though. It's the one Josh drinks, Sealand, the kind of tequila that he drinks.
I think there's a number.
Robot tequila.
It's not Robo Tequila. I forgot what it is. Lalo, that's it. Thank you. I was banned for a joke. Lalo is the one that all the younger folks are drinking right now. But Ambrosia may be right behind it if they get their way. They got to create a category for this so it can be marketed. Right now, they're kind of in this in-between land, and we'll see if they're able to pull that off and make some money with a brand new liquor. When we come back, friends, we're going to do the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, everybody. Good Wednesday to you. Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Central Florida weather today. Look for highs peaking in the upper 60s. A blend of sun and clouds today. Dry, cool conditions. A northeast breeze becomes southerly at 5 to 15 for the afternoon. Tonight, rising rain chances for the evening. Those will increase after 11 o'clock tonight to about 70% coverage. Showers, a few isolated storms around. Pretty wet overnight, mid-50s. Thursday, early rain chance at 10% with 66 your high. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
The only people that don't get time off this time of year are pro athletes and us at Bet Online. With pro football bowl season and pro basketball in full swing over the holidays, Bet Online isn't taking a second off to make sure you have all the up-to-the-second odds, news, and info. Head to Bet Online today to stay updated on all the action. Happy holidays from Bet Online.
Start your new year off the right way, and do that by getting behind the wheel of your very own nation's truck. That's Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC. They got them all. And with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 3 months. So take your pick from the largest selection of work trucks, lifted trucks, diesels, and 4x4s. And if you got a few bumps on your credit, that is not a problem. Nation Trucks has 35 lenders ready to work with you right now. So start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com or just head on down and see them in Sanford, 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Mary Boulevard. Let them know Celine from the News Junkie sent you.
Night fans, tune into Big 12 Now or ESPN Plus on Wednesday, January 3rd to see UCF women's basketball take on Oklahoma State at 6 p.m. or get your tickets now at UCFnights.com. That's UCFnights.com.
Mecum Auctions. The world's largest collector car auction returns to Kissimmee, Florida, January 2nd to the 14th at Osceola Heritage Park. Featuring 4,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
Remember, when you're ready to sell or trade in your next car, go to GiveMeTheVin.com, because one thing's for certain, I love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. The Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is now only $990 for a limited time. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
A new year comes with new hope, new optimism. It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be a part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2024. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our Swiss watch collection is mind-blowing, with a fabulous selection of pristine pre-owned Rolex watches. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year, remember International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected, with a staff of non-commissioned experts who will guide you every step of the way. Welcome to 2024. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year: your love. International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com, in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey'sMeatMarket.com.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like 70s Rock Ride, a commercial-free station featuring the best in 70s rock. Just search 70s Rock Ride and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. You guys been following what's been happening with this band, Sublime? What's happening with them?
Yeah, main guy died.
No, it's beyond that.
It's
that,
his son now, right?
Yeah, they did that Sublime with Rome thing for a very long time.
They were just waiting for him to grow up?
I swear to God, Fritz, I think you're right.
And it sounds just like him.
All of a sudden, a couple of months ago, they started to do some shows with Bradley Noel, his son. His son is now. Well, they started to play with his son, and he can sing like him, close to like him, and he looks a bit like him. And now he's old enough to do it. And so I see that video go viral, and like, oh, here's his son now singing with the band members from Sublime. And not a week or two later, the Rome guy was like, yep, I'm moving on to pursue some other career endeavors. And
that
I'm like,
Rome
man,
dude sounded just like him, too, though.
Badass
guitarist, too.
And he was like the stand-in for that band for all these years. And then his son gets old enough, and they go, see you later, Rome. Get on out of here.
And you're seeing that with a lot of bands, but it also, I feel like, puts a lot of pressure on the children of musicians.
It does.
Like, well, they can do it. You better start practicing now, because as soon as you hit 18, you're going on tour, bud.
Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah. But there is some like band nepotism, music nepotism going on. So he just because his dad was the lead singer, now he's going to be the lead singer of Sublime. Then you have, isn't Van Halen? Don't they have one of the sons? Is who like plays the drums or something?
Wolfgang is the guitarist.
Wolfgang, the
And
guitarist
he's
for
really
Van Halen.
good, too.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then Phil Collins' son is drumming for him.
They can be good. This does not take away from them being good. Could be that Bradley Noel's son is a good singer now for Sublime. Could be that Wolfgang is a great guitar player. Could be that all these other people are excellent. But they would not have had that job if they weren't related to somebody who was in the band.
Right.
That's why they ended up getting
why
the
did
gig.
Rome get the job? I never understood where he came from.
I don't know. They must have known him, and somehow that popped out, and they're like, we're going to keep the band going.
But Sublime didn't really hit like mainstream popularity until after his death.
Yeah. Yes, he was dead before the what I Got and some of those other like Santeria and all those songs took off. Now they weren't nobody; they were still on Warped Tour, and they were like kind of starting to make themselves be known out there. But then Bradley died.
I mean, at the time he died, we could probably afford him for just okay.
Probably true. That's probably true. Now with the son as a replacement, I don't know. I mean, we tried to book.
Let's get Rome.
Is there some nepotism? Rome is our perfect
Rome's
target.
got some time.
Rome, come on over here, baby. We got a date. We said it earlier.
Savvy's Little Helpers with Rome. Let's go.
Saturday, March 16th is when this is going down. Just Okay 8. Saturday, March 16th, Just Okay 8. Who knows who's going to be performing at this, but when you have these,
we do.
We do, but when you have these bands like this, and there's somebody who used to be, well, they were like related to somebody, and they ended up there. I don't know if that's a newer thing. I don't know if that's been going on forever, or it just seems like it's happening a lot right now.
Because they're all getting old AF.
It's true, but I was going to say, when we tried to book Blind Melon, isn't Blind Melon the same kind of situation? Like, somebody's kid is in their band now?
I don't know who's singing for them.
I think only one of the members was actually in the original Blind Melon, from what I understood.
Oh, and the guy who would know just walked out of the room.
He had a call.
Yeah.
Sublime.
That's fine.
He actually, that's Blind Melon on the phone asking him to come.
Come play with us. Why not? All right. A couple of things to note. This has been back and forth, so grain of salt this. But there's a suggestion that the first of 150 names connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case is expected to be unsealed today.
Oh my gosh, are we going to like drag this out like the Oscars?
Yep, that's what they're doing, I guess. There's a woman named Jane Doe 107. That's obviously not her real name.
That was my screen name growing up.
That's not a good screen name to have right now.
Jane Doe 107 is her name, and she is the one who's fighting the release of these names. She says, and you could speculate with this if you want, she says the release of these names puts her in immediate danger. And I would say, well, if she's accusing these people and now they have, her name would be released as part of it, and now they know who Jane Doe, who was a minor, I believe, at the time. That's just kind of
wait. The
part
list
of the story.
includes the people, like The
It
women
includes
who were
some of the accusers. Yeah, Jane Doe 107 is her name. She's on the list, and they were trying to figure out, who she is, and but she was really, really trying to shut down the release of this.
I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of powerful people that are going to be named.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's zero doubt that these are going to be names of powerful, wealthy, connected people. Because they're hanging out with incredibly wealthy, powerful people.
I don't know. I think a lot of the names are going to be names we don't actually know.
Yeah?
I think they'll be like, wealthy people. We didn't know who Epstein was until all this stuff started coming to light. But before that, he was still rich. He was still really, really balls rich. And he still showed up to the courthouse, and like a couple, closed door conversations later, and he's walking out, and everybody's like, "What the hell just happened?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, he's filthy, filthy, filthy rich."
And isn't he rich because of the island?
No. He was
the
a financier.
He has the island. He had the island because he was rich.
Yeah, he was in the world of finance, and he made a whole lot of money working for some of these huge firms.
My point being was that we didn't know who he was when until he was this huge criminal, which means there's hundreds of Jeffrey Epsteins, maybe not criminal-wise, but finance-wise, that are just under the radar.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, but that's not how this is going to play out when the names are released. The interesting thing to watch politically,
I think that's not how anybody wants it to play out. That's the problem. I think people are ready. They got their hands rubbing together. They're like, "Give me the names. Let's hear it."
Well, they're going to see Bill Clinton, and they're going to go, "Oh my God, we told you, Bill Clinton was on the Lolita Express." And they're going to say this, but what happens if Trump's name is in there too? Then
we told you, don't they have a picture together?
Yeah, they were just friends. They were just buddies.
It seems like that would pull the wind out of the sails a little bit if you couldn't say your guy, the guy on your team was involved in this, was on the Epstein list, but my guy wasn't. So if both sides, these stupid ass teams that we have, if both of them get hit with flack here, I don't know. All I know is the first of the 150 names connected to this are allegedly supposed to be released today. Will it happen? We shall see. All right, couple things to hit as we wrap up the show, and we'll go around the horn here. Number one, as we said earlier, March 16th, lock down the date for Just Okay 8. You're going to hear more about that as time goes on. Number two, please check out the website. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, RIP the app. We're going to sunset that over the next couple of years. Somebody texted me or emailed me earlier and said, "Hey, I'm a Secret Show subscriber on the iPhone app. Should I cancel that because my subscription's coming up and go over on the website?" Yes, go to thenewsjunkie.com and subscribe there. And all the things that you could do on the app and so many more you could do on the website. So go check all of that out at thenewsjunkie.com. What do you have going on, Sabrina? Anything that we need to note?
Crazy stuff happening, but I can't talk about it right now. The only way to really find out is follow me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber, on TikTok at SabbyCatCat. And then I also lied, not a lot going on.
Okay,
but I have
that's
practice with Jeff today.
Yeah, we're going to go practice.
More than that is where can people see more of you? Over on the social platforms they can. Celine, what about you? Where could people find you?
Clayne86 on Instagram, which is where a lot of the baby pictures and short little videos end up. And then, you follow me there, and we'll be friends.
How about you, Fritz? Where can people find more of you?
Instagram at no_regrets_coyote. And then I'm also learning how to play violin now, Sean.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Fiddler.
Very slowly.
You never cease to amaze me. How many instruments can you play, Fritz?
16.
Man.
A lot of them are, like organ, piano, because you got to play them a little differently.
Well, one thing that's kind of fun is if you learn the guitar, you can technically say that you can play a whole bunch of instruments that have strings on them.
That's true.
Because you can make, I can play, what's the 12-string guitar called?
12-string guitar.
Is that the name they landed on?
Yep.
So you could say I can play the guitar or the 12-string guitar or the bass guitar.
It hurts your fingers.
Yeah, it is.
It does.
It is way different.
Yeah, there's a lot of
it
that.
hurts your fingers?
I would
For
think
me, it
so.
does.
I
strings on one.
I thought learning to play guitar, I played 12-string first, and then I went to 6.
That's probably why you're so good.
And with the 12, I felt like it was easier on my fingers because it was 2 strings dividing the pressure, not just one.
I started just on one string. I played that Deep Purple song over and over again.
You were almost in the presidency of the United States of America.
Almost.
Just a couple strings short of
She
that
needed one more string.
All right, final dispatch is from the Saltpeter. You just made it through, Saltpeter.
With the Epstein thing and who was on the island, it really matters on if they were there after he was already accused and found guilty of sex trafficking.
Yeah. Before
wiggle.
and after. The timeline's going to matter, though nobody will really care. They're just trying to score points. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. Go get the truck of your dreams on the digital lot or the physical lot. Start over at nationstrucks.com. And if it's a work truck, a lifted truck, they got it for you. Nationstrucks.com. All right, let's see what we have here. An mRNA cancer vaccine is working in trials even better than they expected it to. This is mRNA 4157, showing promising results in preventing melanoma recurrence and reducing the risk of death. This is for sun cancer or skin cancer, obviously. And they're working on a bunch of these other ones. You'll have to decide if you want to go the cancer vaccine route or if you think vaccines are all bad now and you're not with it. But seems like an interesting development. A study says smoking permanently shrinks your brain, driving up your dementia risk. So looks like I can't reverse that. Tiny brain is already where it is. But
they match your tiny eyes.
They said researchers at Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis found smoking causes the brain to shrink, and stopping smoking does not restore it to its original size. So there you have it.
You got some
All
room
right.
in there then.
Let's get the hell out of here. How dare you? Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this guy. Bob Marley is correct. Bob Marley has a lot of kids. They acknowledge on his website at least 11 of them, but there may be some more out there. In fact, he had 3 children at one point, born within 30 days of each other. So that was an active time. And 9 months before, it was a very active time as well. A whole list on bobmarley.com of all the ones that he claims as his own. Today I learned high levels of Neanderthal DNA is linked with lower risk of schizophrenia and psychotic symptoms. So shouts out to my fellow Neanderthals out there when you do your DNA test, some of that. At least you got one upside of it in as much as you might have less likelihood to get schizophrenia. Today I learned this lady right here. Pink is correct. Pink, the singer, got her stage name due to her resemblance to Steve Buscemi's character, Mr. Pink, in Reservoir Dogs.
I guessed wrong.
I didn't think that was. I don't think they look the same, but I guess somebody thought they did.
That was a vagina.
Today I learned dogs rotate before lying down. You might see dogs do this from time to time. They do that instinctually because turning in circles provides an opportunity to take one last look for potential predators and attacks before bedtime.
I always thought it was for high grassy areas, like they could fan down the grass.
No, this does not suggest that, C-Lane, so get your extra facts out of here, please. This is different. It's inherited from...
Let's get your extra facts out of here.
Whoa.
I'm doing the best I can. Today I learned this band right here. Bush is correct. Thank you, Fritz. Gwen Stefani discovered her husband, Gavin Rossdale, this guy, was having an affair with their nanny. How did she find out? Well, explicit photos and messages popped up on the family iPad. He had accidentally signed into his iCloud account, and that's how the affair was discovered. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Hey, Fritz, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
There he goes. And you can join us again, same time, same place. If you missed any of the show, go get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you later, everybody.